Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 of What If Naruto Had the Ultimate Dojutsu. Anyways, enjoy. After hearing the news of the up-and-coming exam tournament that would take place in 1 month, Naruto and his team left the tower and the Forest of Death as they decided to gather at Naruto's house. Everyone filed out as the stadium became empty. Naruto's house. Haku, Kiba, and Naruto came into the room as all three sat on the floor. Kasumi and Akamaru stayed near their friends while Haku unstrapped her sword and leaned it on the wall. Everyone sat in silence for a while as Naruto gathered his thoughts together. Naruto breathed a sigh. He turned to Kiba and Haku. Alright, it seems that we all made it to the finals. We shouldn't train together for the month. It'll be more exciting to see what each of us can come up with, Naruto told them. Haku and Kiba nodded while Naruto stood to his feet. I suspect that Kakashi-sensei will want to train one or two of us. You guys can take that training. I will do mine on my own, Naruto told them as he already had a sensei better than Kakashi in mind. Haku and Kiba were taken aback by Naruto's statement as Kiba chuckled. I think Haku will be receiving training from Kakashi-sensei. I have no doubt that Ka-san is going to train me. Haku, you should have Kakashi-sensei help you, Kiba told her. Haku had on a blank face, but nodded in agreement as she got up also. Well, I certainly don't mind being trained by Kakashi-san. I'm sure I could learn a lot, Haku said to them. Naruto and Kiba nodded with smiles on their faces. Haku wondered if they were planning something, but decided against saying anything as she took her sword and opened the door. Alright then. I'm going to find Kakashi, but if I find out that there is some plot behind this, Haku paused as she gave an innocent smile while an Oni mask appeared behind her caused Naruto and Kiba to cower in fear. I'm going to freeze you both to where no Katenjutsu can get you out, alright Naruto-kun, Kiba-san? Haku asked them. Naruto instantly nodded as he jumped behind Kiba. Haku smiled with a nod as she closed the door and walked away. Kiba and Naruto blew sighs of relief as they slowly fell back to the floor. She's scary, Kiba simply said. Naruto couldn't help but nod in agreement, and yet he found that strangely exciting, though he didn't know why. Naruto stood back up as he turned to Kiba. Well, Kiba. See you in a month. Well, I'll drop by every now and then for a hello. Tell Tsunchan I said hi, Naruto told him. Kiba smirked with a nod as he grabbed Akamaru and turned to leave. Alright, see you later, man, Kiba told him. Naruto gave a firm nod as he saw Kiba hop to the rooftops to go home. Naruto closed the door to his room and closed his eyes while he focused on his mindscape. Soon enough, Naruto appeared in the beautiful field as he walked towards the house. Naruto opened the door, but didn't see Kyuubi anywhere as he wondered the house a little more. Naruto sighed as his search came up negative as he heard loud sounds to the far right. Naruto cocked his head to the side as he walked into the direction of the noise. Naruto spotted a small building next to the house as he poked his head inside. Naruto looked to see Kyuubi training as she went through some forms that were unique to her. Hey Kyuubi-chan, Naruto said, alerting the red-haired vixen to her blonde. Kyuubi stopped training as she grabbed a small towel and rubbed the sweat off her face. Hello Naruto-kun. Are you ready for your training for the month? Kyuubi asked him. Naruto nodded with a smile, but it seemed different from what Kyuubi had known. This smile was one for if Naruto did his standard pranks. Here was Kyuubi, the most powerful bijou in existence, and yet she couldn't figure out the mind her 12-year-old blonde. Naruto walked up to Kyuubi as the mysterious smile never left his face, leaving Kyuubi in the dark about his intentions. Yes, I am Kyuubi-chan. We should get started soon, Naruto told her. Kyuubi gave a blank nod as she for the life of herself couldn't figure Naruto's smile out. Kyuubi stopped thinking and shrugged her shoulders as she decided to wing it. Aren't you gonna tell me why you're so happy right now? Kyuubi asked him. Naruto's smile widened as Kyuubi's curiosity increased as to why he could be so happy. Naruto turned his back to Kyuubi as said vixen raised an eyebrow. I'm going to surprise you, Kyuubi-chan, Naruto told her. Kyuubi's curiosity went up even further as she wondered what could surprise her of all people. She wouldn't be the strongest if she was surprised by every single thing that came her way. Kyubi decided to humor Naruto a little and went along as she nodded. Alright Naruto-kun, surprise me. What is it? Kyubi asked him, dying to know. Naruto smirked as he exited the mindscape, leaving Kyubi to her unanswered question. Outside the mindscape, Naruto opened his eyes as he saw Kasumi asleep on his lap as he ruffled her black hair. Naruto gently placed Kasumi on the bed as he formed a link to Kyubi. Are you ready, Kyubi-chan? Naruto asked her. Kyubi was literally pacing the floor in agony as she wondered what Naruto was thinking. Come on Naruto-kun. Show me the surprise already, Kyubi whined as Naruto decided to not keep her waiting anymore. Naruto did a simple hand sign as Kyubi recognized it. That's the Chi Bunshin Jutsu, blood clone jutsu, I taught you over the last month, Kyubi said, to which Naruto nodded. Soon an exact replica of Naruto appeared. Kyubi taught Naruto about the next Bunshin Jutsu that surpassed the Kage Bunshin. She taught him that to make a Chi Bunshin would require about 5% of a person's blood, as the clone was more self-sustainable and couldn't be dispelled, but could get hit just like any other person. Naruto had a bit of difficulty with it, but he got it soon enough in a few weeks. Kyubi also told him not to use it too much for fear of blood loss causing death. Naruto, having made the clone, smirked as he ordered the clone to lift up its shirt. The clone obeyed as it showed the tetragram seal to Naruto. Kyubi quirked up an eyebrow, but gasped as she realized what he was about to do. Naruto-kun, don't tell me you're going to try to dash. That's right, Kyubi-chan. All those times you went to sleep, I was figuring out how to release you and I just found it, Naruto told her. Kyubi gasped as she wondered how he figured it out. Kyubi had a number of ways to get out, but all of them resulted in either Naruto dying or entering a coma, and she didn't want either of them to happen to him. Kyubi watched as the tips of Naruto's fingers glowed white as Naruto stepped towards his clone. Now Kyubi-chan, when you get out I want you to mask your chakra level and fast. If you don't then Shunin, Jonin, and Anbu will be on us, Naruto told her. Kyubi nodded absently, but snapped out of her daze as she saw Naruto near his clone. Naruto-kun, wait a second. Maybe we should think it out, Kyubi said a little too late as Naruto slammed the seals on his fingertips into the tetragram seal as his clone winced in some slight pain. The light glowed around the room, which made Kasumi open her eyes to the bright light. Kasumi closed her eyes fast to avoid being blinded by the light as the light shadowed the entire room. Naruto closed his eyes also as the light began to fade. Naruto and Kasumi opened their eyes and turned to the figure as Kasumi gasped and Naruto smirked. Kyubi stood in replacement of the Chi Bunshin as her eyes widened while she looked around Naruto's room. I am out, Kyubi simply said. Naruto smirked as Kasumi stared at Kyubi with a disbelieving look. Kyubi checked over everything from her hair down to her clothes to her hands and body. I'm really here. I'm outside, Kyubi said, to which Naruto smiled at her. Naruto gave out a thumbs up as Kyubi looked at him. Surprise, Kyubi-chan, Naruto said to her. Kyubi gave black look, but it turned into a smile as she rushed at Naruto. Naruto nearly gasped at the speed that Kyubi used as she gave him a big hug as both came crashing to the floor. Naruto smiled as he saw Kyubi with a foxy grin on her face. Kyubi could nearly cry. She was finally outside again. She could actually feel Naruto's body, his hands, his face, and his hair. Kyubi smiled as she slammed her lips into Naruto's. Naruto gasped as he felt the softness of Kyubi's lips over his. Naruto brought his hands around Kyubi's body as Kyubi deepened the kiss between them. Both enjoyed the moment, but stopped as they blushed as someone decided to speak. Naruto-sama, you really are quite lucky, Kasumi told him. Naruto and Kyubi stopped the kiss as they turned to see Kasumi staring at them with a smile on her face. Naruto and Kyubi blushed as they forgot they still had company. Both got up and dusted their clothes as Naruto sheepishly rubbed the back of his head. Sorry about that, Kasumi-chan, Naruto told her. Kasumi smirked as she changed to her half-human form and leaned on Naruto's body, causing said blonde to blush. Naruto-sama has never kissed me like that, Kasumi pouted slightly with a tease in her voice. Naruto chuckled as he cupped Kasumi's chin as he gave her soft kiss that made her gasp. Kasumi wrapped her arms around Naruto as Naruto brought his arms around Kasumi as the girl's tail swayed slightly from his touch. Naruto soon broke the kiss as he stared into Kasumi's eyes. "Is that any better, Kasumi-chan?" Naruto asked her. Kasumi's only answer was to keep her mouth hanged in the air as Naruto and Kyubi chuckled at her reactions to Naruto. Kyubi got a gleam in her eye as she turned to Naruto. "Imagine if you took it further with her," Kyubi said to him. Naruto's face turned blank as he took in her words. Naruto's mind took a perverted turn as he wondered how Kasumi would act if he did go that far with her. Naruto gave a strong blush as a drop of blood came from his nose. Naruto broke his daze and wiped his nose free from the blood as he turned to Kyubi. "Don't joke like that, Kyubi-chan. That's not funny," Naruto told her. Kyubi chuckled with a smile as she stared at his blush. "I don't know, Naruto-kun, you must be having some intense images to have a blush like that," Kyubi told him. Naruto stuttered as he quickly turned his head and coughed into his head. "Yes, well, let's forget about that for right now. So Kyubi-chan, how does it feel to be back outside?" Naruto asked her. Kyubi smiled as she stretched her arms and legs as she sat on Naruto's bed. "It feels great. The fresh air and all the other things are great to see again," Kyubi told him. Naruto chuckled with a nod as he sat next to Kyubi. "So, you think you can train me for the month?" Naruto asked her. Kyubi shrugged her shoulders as she turned to Naruto. "Sure, I don't mind. Though you may have to drop by the Hyuga clan for a few weeks," Kyubi told him. Naruto raised an eyebrow as he folded his arms in a confused fashion. "Why is that, Kyubi-chan?" Naruto asked her, clearly oblivious to the fact that he unconsciously got the Byakugan from the previous matches of the Chunin exams. "Naruto-kun, you must have unconsciously activated your dojutsu when you saw the Hyuga boy and girl fight. You were quite angry at the match and that anger activated your dojutsu, thereby copying theirs. You probably even got down their basic stance since you didn't deactivate it for the entire match," Kyubi explained. Naruto nodded in agreement as he was angry about the fight, but he didn't know he copied the Byakugan of all things from the tournament. Naruto closed his eyes for a second as he remembered the single hand sign they did to activate it. Naruto made the same hand sign as he focused chakra to his eyes. "Byakugan!" Naruto yelled as Kasumi and Kyubi set the veins on the side of his eyes. Both looked into Naruto's eyes as they saw the blank eyes, yet the evidence of the pupil was still there, but it was barely visible. Naruto looked at Kasumi and saw nearly all of her chakra network and turned to Kyubi. Naruto gasped as Kyubi was literally a wellspring of chakra. "Kasumi-chan's chakra is a light blue color. It's got a calm feeling around it. It also seems needy for some reason," Naruto told them. Kasumi blushed while Kyubi chuckled. Naruto looked at her chakra network and raised an eyebrow. "Kyubi-chan, yours chakra network is really coiled. It's also red instead of blue. Some parts of it are a bit agitated, yet it's calming in a way. It seems to be completely at peace with whatever is going on," Naruto told her. Kyubi nodded with a smile as she knew it was because of Naruto that it could act this way. Naruto deactivated the Byakugan and stood to his feet along with Kasumi and Kyubi as Naruto took out some paper. "Alright, I guess I will plan my training schedule. I guess the first week will be learning new Futon, Raiton, and Katanjutsu along with some Genjutsu also. The second week can consist of Taijutsu and Kenjutsu training along with new collaboration jutsus with Kasumi-chan. The third week should be more Fuinjutsu training and—" "Getting you the Fox contract," Kyubi interrupted. Naruto and Kasumi turned to her in confusion as Kyubi sat back on the bed. Kyubi had a never-ending smile on her face as Naruto and Kasumi's face begged for an explanation of sorts. Kyubi decided to enlighten them as she brushed her hand through her red hair. "I wanted to give Naruto-kun the Fox contract when I got out of the seal so I could do it personally. Naruto-kun has the potential to use it effectively. It also means that Kasumi won't be your only partner in at times. Naruto-kun, you and Kasumi can get acquainted with the foxes. In truth, I'm the head of the Fox clan. You don't need to summon me as you gave me this form. None of the other foxes are as big as me, they are at most the size of Kuramaru from the Inuzuka clan, Kyubi told them. Naruto and Kasumi turned to each other and smiled as they turned back to Kyubi. Thanks Kyubi-chan. I'll do my best to be a good summoner for the Fox clan. I won't let you down, Naruto told her. Kyubi smiled as she supported her head on one of her hands. I know you won't, Naruto-kun. I wouldn't have come to love you if I knew you would disappoint me. Just one thing, Kyubi told him. Naruto decided to pay attention to this new information as he and Kasumi listened to her. Foxes are naturally cunning and also quite the pranksters. Everyone in the Fox clan enjoys pranks, so they will definitely see you as a good source for entertainment given your wild ideas at times, Kyubi told her blonde. Naruto chuckled with a nod as he turned back to his paper. Kasumi continued to watch Naruto right as he added gaining the Fox contract in the 3rd week. Naruto smirked as he went to the 4th week. Let's see, the 4th week can be spent on training the Sharingan and the Byakugan. I should probably go now to see if anyone is training there. I don't really like to take techniques without permission, but the Hyuga clan is almost as stuck up as the Uchiha clan. Also, given my reputation for things out of my control and Kyubi's control, they aren't the most friendly of people to get along with, Naruto said to them. Kyubi nodded along with Kasumi as Naruto tapped the table he was using as leverage to write on. Naruto smirked as he got a gleam in his eye, which to Kyubi and Kasumi meant some kind of trouble for whoever was the target. Kyubi-chan, Kasumi-chan, I just got the most brilliant idea, Naruto told them. Kyubi and Kasumi turned their eyes to Naruto as said blonde whispered his special plan in their ears. Kasumi gasped while Kyubi smiled at her blonde's ingenuity in such things. Naruto-sama, you're cold, Kasumi said with a smile. Naruto chuckled as Kyubi lowered her chakra level as she walked out of the apartment with a smile on her face. Naruto and Kasumi left also to enact Naruto's plan of action. With Kyubi. Kyubi walked through the village with a smile on her face as she stared at all the civilians as she walked towards the Hyuga compound. You all don't even know that I'm walking among you right now. It's quite the shame actually. I could take care of everyone, but I wouldn't upset Naruto-kun that way, Kyubi thought as she continued to walk Kyubi's side soon as she felt a few stares from the male population as their eyes roamed her body. Kyubi rolled her eyes at the simplicity that men had as she arrived at the Hyuga compound. Kyubi smirked as she hinged into a perfect Sasuke and modified her voice to match his. Kyubi knocked on the door as a lower branch Hyuga opened the door. What can I do for you, Sasuke Uchiha? The man asked Kyubi. Kyubi smirked as she gave her best arrogant grin, which was quite convincing. Kyubi smirked as she walked up to the man. I have to see Hayashi Hyuga for something important. May I please come in? The fake Sasuke asked. The man, not knowing any better, let Kyubi in as she had a hidden smirk on her face as she remembered Naruto's plan. With Naruto and Kasumi. Naruto and Kasumi ran to the Uchiha compound as they were sure they would find Sasuke there training. Naruto and Kasumi stopped, jumped, and landed a few feet away from the Uchiha compound. Naruto hinged into a perfect Hyuga, as did Kasumi, as both entered the Uchiha compound. Naruto managed to sneak in the place a few times without Sasuke noticing as he got most of his Katan information and jutsus from the place, so Naruto knew the layout pretty well. Naruto found the main Uchiha compound as he knocked on the door. After a few minutes, Sasuke opened the door as Naruto and Kasumi smiled to the Uchiha. Of course, Sasuke saw two Hyuga in front of his door as he remained his stoic self. What do you want? Sasuke asked them in an arrogant tone. Naruto smirked as he took out a fake notice from the council. We have orders to train you along with Ganma for the Chunin exams, Naruto told him. Sasuke raised an eyebrow, but smirked as he would finally receive more training. Naruto and Kasumi smirked at each other as Kasumi turned around to leave. I'll be right back with your training equipment, Sasuke Uchiha, Kasumi said as she left the hinged Naruto and Sasuke alone. Sasuke smirked at his luck while Naruto had a smirk of his own. With Kasumi. Kasumi went around the Uchiha compound as she followed Naruto's instructions to the vault. Kasumi walked around, but soon found what she was looking for in one of the houses as she opened the tatami mat in the far back. Kasumi walked down the stairs as she came to see tons of scrolls on katanjutsus and even some rashinjutsu. Kasumi took out a piece of paper as she opened various scrolls and wrote down the appropriate information. Kasumi took down 4 katanjutsu and 3 raitanjutsu along with the instructions for all 7. Kasumi smirked as she rolled up the paper and sealed it into a scroll. Kasumi turned around and put everything back as she came out of the floor and placed the tatami mat back and left the room. Kasumi ran back to Naruto's position as she huffed slightly. Sorry it took us long. Apparently renovations are taking place and the equipment has been relocated, Kasumi said to Sasuke. Sasuke didn't really care either way, he was just happy to have more training. Naruto and Kasumi each smirked as they turned to the Uchiha. Oh, we have a problem here, Sasuke Uchiha. We forgot that as shinobi we don't have to listen to the council. We are sorry, but we can't train you. Apparently, you aren't worth the Hyuga's precious time, Naruto said as he and Kasumi shunshined out of sight. Sasuke seethed in anger as he felt his pride as an Uchiha challenged by the Hyuga. Sasuke stormed out of the house as he ran straight towards the Hyuga clan to give them a piece of his mind. Meanwhile, Naruto and Kasumi were moving fast as they made it to Naruto's apartment and closed the door. With Kyuubi. Kyuubi was allowed to see Hayashi as she was escorted through the grounds. Kyuubi followed after the man as she made a small Kage Bunshin and sent the Sasuke clone to move stealthily through the compound to find the Hyuga vault. The Kyuubi Bunshin found the vault as she wondered why no one was guarding it right now. Kyuubi shrugged her shoulders as she moved through the vault. Kyuubi noticed the various traps and managed to avoid them as she opened the Hyuga scrolls. Kyuubi smirked as she took down the information. Kyuubi found the Genin to Jonin Jukin stances and their katas. Kyuubi smiled as she found the technique for the Kaiten, the Gentle Fist, Hakurokujuyan Sho, Gentle Fist, 8 trigrams 64 palms, and the Gentle Fist, Hakhayaku Nijuhachi Sho, Gentle Fist, 8 trigrams 128 palms. Kyuubi smirked as it was all she could get at the moment, but it was more than enough for right now. The Kyuubi/Sasuke clone took the paper and transferred it to a scroll as the clone ran out the vault. Luckily, no one was there as the clone made a narrow escape from the compound. The clone managed to make it back to the apartment as it closed the door. Back at the apartment. Kyuubi-chan, how did it go? Naruto asked the clone. Kyuubi unhinged and smiled. I'm still there. I can tell Sasuke is on his way, I'll leave soon, Kyuubi said as she gave Naruto the scroll and dispelled. Naruto smirked as he looked at the jutsu he got. I think we might have created a feud, Kasumi-chan, Naruto told her. Kasumi chuckled as she laid on the bed. I think you're right, Naruto-sama. With Kyuubi. Kyuubi received all the information from her clone as she made a simple katan hand sign and shot the small fire at the compound. Everyone in the near vicinity of it gasped as the fire began to spread through the compound. Kyuubi smirked as everyone turned to her. Sasuke Uchiha, what is the meaning to this? One of the major branch members yelled. Kyuubi smirked as she turned to the branch member. Sorry, I just wanted to knock your damn clan down a peg. You think you're so strong since the Uchiha clan was diminished. I just felt the need remind you of your place in the pecking order, Kyuubi said as she ran into town. Most of the Hyugas were pissed as they followed her. Kyuubi could only chuckle at the rush of being chased again. Kyuubi found a good place and dropped her hinge as she came out in her normal attire. Kyuubi smirked as she saw a number of Hyuga rush past her as she smiled at the connivance. She turned her head to see Sasuke coming also as the Hyuga met with the single Uchiha. You damn brat, who the hell do you think you are? One of the Hyuga yelled. Sasuke seethed as his Sharingan was in full blast. Me? Who the hell do you think you are, tricking me and mocking my clan? Sasuke countered. The entire village formed a circle around the arguing clans as Kyuubi tried not to burst out laughing at them. Kyuubi soon shunshined out of sight and appeared in front of Naruto's apartment. Kyuubi came in laughing along with Naruto and Kasumi as they all laughed to their heart's content. Naruto-sama, that was ingenious. I've never had so much fun in my life, Kasumi said to him as she held her sides while rolling on the floor laughing. Kyubi nodded in agreement as she wiped a tear from her eyes. Oh man, we might have started a clan feud. That was so much fun. I was right, the Fox clan is going to love you Naruto-kun, Kyubi told him. Naruto nodded as all three had began to settle down. They could still hear the shouting from Sasuke and the Hyuga as they wondered what was going on. Everyone soon stopped laughing as they glanced over the scrolls. Alright, Kyubi-chan got me the Katen along with some taijutsu Hyuga forms and 2 of their signature moves. Kasumi-chan got me 4 Uchiha Katan Jutsu and 3 Raiten Jutsu. Thank you both. That was fun, we should do it again sometime, Naruto told them. The 2 women nodded as Naruto changed his clothes. Naruto put on a black jacket and black pants with his shinobi shoes and walked out along with Kasumi and Kyubi. All 3 smirked as they saw Sasuke arguing with the main branch family. Ironically, Kyubi missed the side branch family houses and aimed for the main branch. The side branch actually had smiles on their faces from Sasuke's act. All 3 passed as they entered a small training field. Naruto decided to begin his schedule as he made a multiple number of Kage Bunshins. Alright, we will get started on these Katan and Raiten techniques from the Uchiha Vault. Split up into group and practice these hand signs. Another group will do Futon training and Genjutsu training. Kasumi-chan will increase her stamina and strength through her laps around the training field. Kyubi-chan and I will be working on one of her Katan Jutsu. That is all for this week, go! Naruto yelled as everyone disappeared to their assigned places. Kasumi began to run her laps as Kyubi sat with Naruto. Alright Naruto-kun, this Katan Jutsu utilizes the power of the Raiten affinity. It's called Katan, Hirai no Kitsune, Fire Release, Demon Fox's Thundering Fire, Kyubi explained. Naruto nodded with a smile on his face at the chance of learning a new jutsu for his Kyubi-chan. Kyubi stood up along with Naruto as she showed him the required hand signs for said jutsu. Having finished, Kyubi set a giant firefox coated in small lighting sparks into a faraway tree, but the damage was still quite large as they felt the impact of the technique. Naruto didn't copy the technique with his Shinsenagon or the Sharingan, because he felt that the best feeling of doing a jutsu would be the hours it took to perfect it and finally do it. Second, he didn't want to disrespect Kyubi by simply copying it from her. Naruto breathed easily as he went through the hand signs as fast as he could remember from Kyubi as he tried his hand at it. Naturally, he failed miserably, but Kyubi didn't care. That's what this week was for. The practice and perfecting of Katan, Futon, Raiten, and Genjutsu techniques. Kyubi went through the hand signs a bit slower this time as Naruto managed to remember them all. Naruto was a trial and error type person. Kyubi knew he learned better from mistakes and making corrections. Naruto nodded in understanding of the hand signs as he tried his head at them again. Naruto smiled as he sent a small fox towards a few trees, but it wasn't near Kyubi's level. That's not bad Naruto-kun. In truth, nearly all my jutsu would be classified Kinjutsu, forbidden jutsu, by Konoha. You're probably the only one besides the Hokage and the Sannin who could do it, Kyubi told him. Naruto nodded with a smile as he went through the hand signs again. Naruto added more chakra to it. Naruto managed to make the shot bigger this time as he destroyed a portion of the field. Naruto had the hand signs down and just needed the appropriate amount of chakra to add to the technique. Naruto decided to practice it later as Kyubi taught him some Futon jutsu. Naruto managed to handle Futon better than the other as Kyubi figured that it was his primary affinity with the other 2 being equals in second affinities. Naruto and Kyubi trained hard along with Kasumi as they trained the day away. Training field, nighttime. Naruto, Kyubi, and Kasumi all huffed from the training as they all fell to the ground. Naruto chuckled as he dispelled his clones. Naruto slightly cursed as he gripped his head to deal with the sudden rush of memories. Naruto remembered everything from the Uchiha's Katan and Raiten techniques to the Genjutsu and Futon training the other clones did. Naruto smiled at his clone's creativity as he rested on the ground. Kasumi laid on Naruto's lap as she felt exhausted. Kyubi chuckled as she seemed to have a bit more energy than the other 2. Naruto hesitantly opened his eyes as he took Kyuubi's format. Is this how all you Bijou train? Naruto asked her. Kyuubi chuckled as she turned to Naruto. Sorry Naruto-kun, but we train much harder. If you did our train well, you would die, Kyuubi told him. Naruto sweated slightly as he saw Kyuubi give an innocent smile which meant she was very serious about what she told him. Naruto nodded sheepishly as he picked up Kasumi slowly as not to wake her. Naruto willed his legs to move as he and Kyuubi returned back to the apartment. Naruto's apartment. Naruto took out his key and smiled as he opened the door. Naruto managed to find the light switch as he gently placed Kasumi on the bed. Naruto sighed as he took off his clothes. Naruto turned to see Kyuubi standing as he offered her a t-shirt and some of his shorts. Sorry Kyuubi-chan. I promised to buy you some clothes tomorrow, Naruto told her. Kyuubi smiled with a nod as she took his clothes and went to go change. Naruto went into the shower as he washed the sweat from his body. Naruto's hair fell down and lost its spikiness as he heard the door slid open. Naruto turned his head fast to see Kyuubi and Kasumi in their towels. Kyuubi-chan, Kasumi-chan, why are you in here? Naruto asked, though in his heart he knew the answer. Oh Naruto-kun, they said as they neared him. Naruto's sweat dropped as he understood why Shikamaru called women troublesome. Soon the multiple screams of Naruto could be heard in the bathroom as the two girls did who knows what to him, /n, it wasn't sex so don't get giddy. Later. Naruto emerged from the bathroom with a major blush on his face as Kyuubi and Kasumi followed out with smiles on their faces. You two are mean. How am I supposed to resist that of all things? Naruto asked them. Both girls turned to each other and smiled as they shrugged their shoulders. Sheer willpower Naruto-sama, Kasumi told him. Naruto sighed as he changed to his pajama clothes. Kasumi didn't have a need for one as she changed back to her dog form. Kyuubi put on the t-shirt and shorts that Naruto gave her as all three went to bed. Naruto turned out the lights as Kasumi took her spot on Naruto's stomach and curled into a ball and went back to sleep. Kyuubi climbed into bed also and grabbed Naruto's arm as she held it tenderly. Naruto turned to Kyuubi as she gave him a small, but satisfying kiss on the lips. Naruto smiled as he looked at her wonderfully red, slitted eyes. What was that for? Naruto asked her. Kyuubi chuckled as she tightened her grip on Naruto's arm. My thank you for getting me out. Even though our lives are still connected by the seal. I'm happy that I can be out here and be next to you like this. I love you Naruto-kun, Kyuubi told him. Naruto gave her a foxy grin as he massaged the back of her red hair. I love you too Kyuubi-chan. I was more than happy to do it. I want you to be with me, Naruto told her. Kyuubi blushed, but smiled as she kissed Naruto one more time and went to sleep. Naruto smiled as he closed his eyes to wait for the next day with full energy as usual. Second week of training. Naruto huffed on the ground as he dropped his lighting sword and fire sword. Naruto looked at Kyuubi who had a smile on her face as she waited for Naruto to get up. Naruto had finished nearly all the Katan, Raitan, and Futon jutsus that he gathered and even made a few new genjutsu techniques with the help of Kurenai Yuhi. Naruto was now on his kenjutsu and taijutsu as he turned to see Kasumi exhausted form next to him. Come on Naruto-kun, you and Kasumi aren't done you? Kyuubi asked them both. Naruto narrowed his eyes at Kyuubi as he found her to be a slightly tasking woman. Kyuubi for the first week enjoyed being outside and did so many things that ranged from eating to pulling pranks on the villagers who were coincidentally mean to Naruto. Thanks to all the training, Naruto's Sharingan had managed to get the third and final tomo as he found Kyuubi's movements to be slower than before. Naruto turned to Kasumi and gave her the standard grin as Kasumi did the same. Are you done Kasumi-chan? Naruto asked her. Kasumi continued to smile as she turned back to Kyuubi. Kasumi's black hair grew wilder as her teeth and claws sharpened. Naruto-sama, I am far from finished, Kasumi said her blonde. Naruto nodded as he dropped back to all fours. Naruto gripped his swords tightly as he and Kasumi charged back at Kyuubi. Kyubi cracked her knuckles and gave a small grin when she charged back. Naruto and Kasumi nodded to each other as they broke off from each other to attack Kyubi at her sides. Kyubi turned to see Kasumi coming at her, but switched her view to Naruto, who was making his hand signs as fast as he could catch Kyubi. Hayaton, Makio Hyoso, ice release, crystal ice mirrors, Naruto yelled as the ice formed all around Kyubi. Kyubi chuckled as Naruto walked into the mirrors. Naruto narrowed his eyes as he tried to hit Kyubi with the same speed as Haku, but Kyubi, being so cunning, managed to grab Naruto and kick him out of the ice mirrors and into a nearby tree. Naruto painfully grinned from the strength of Kyubi's kick as he steadily rose to his feet. Naruto saw the ice mirrors still up and decided to try something else as he carefully manipulated one to up for him and the others to close, leaving only one way out for Kyubi. Naruto drew his fire sword back as the fire blazed. "Oho no Naku, Phoenix cry," Naruto yelled as he swung the fire sword at Kyubi. The fire formed into a beautiful phoenix as it charged at the only opening Kyubi had. Kyubi turned her head to see the incoming fire and smiled as she closed her eyes. The fire exploded in the ice as the mixture began to create a thick mist. Naruto switched to his Byakugan and looked around for Kyubi, but cursed with a smile as the fog vanished and showed Kyubi with one of her claws aimed for Naruto's jugular. Naruto sighed as he dropped his swords. "I give Kyubi-chan," Naruto told her. Kyubi nodded with a smile as she removed her hand from Naruto's neck as said blonde fell to the ground with a disappointed sigh. Kyubi sat next to him with a smile as Kasumi came and rested in Naruto's lap. "I guess I still have a lot to learn." "You made quick work of me and Kasumi-chan, Kyubi-chan," Naruto told her. Kyubi nodded with a slightly confident grin as she leaned her head on Naruto's shoulder. "It's all simply because I'm a bijou. If I was human, well, you would definitely make me sweat a bit, but that won't be happening anytime soon," Kyubi told him. Naruto couldn't help but nod in agreement with her as he knew where his limits stood, not that they would stop him, but he at least knew them to an extent. Naruto stretched with groan as everyone looked to see that the sun was going down. Naruto looked at Kasumi asleep on his lap as he turned to Kyubi. "Ready to go home? We've been training all week. We're about to enter the third week, which is mostly reading and experimenting," Naruto told Kyubi. Kyubi nodded as Naruto sheathed his swords and carried Kasumi in his arms as the three left the training field, more than satisfied with what they were able to do with the training. Naruto and Kyubi continued to walk through the streets of Konoha as they talked about the training so far. Naruto had gotten the 3 Raitun and 4 Keton Jutsu from the Uchiha Vault down in the last week due to the Kage Bunshin Jutsu. Naruto was quite happy with his training so far and having Kyubi for his teacher. Naruto was at the end of the second week and was able to acquire a few moves from Kyubi, though he had the bruises and aches to prove it. Naruto and Kyubi continued to walk, but stopped as they saw Sasuke along with Ganma. Naruto noticed that Sasuke had a deep extra scowl added to his face as the prank he, Kyubi, and Kasumi pulled on Sasuke was still fresh in his mind. Naruto could only give a small chuckle as Sasuke and the Hyuga clan seemed to be in a very strained relationship since that incident. Sasuke looked up and spared a glance at Naruto, which caused the last Uchiha to narrow his eyes as he walked past the blonde. Danma sighed as he gave Naruto a slight wave till they passed Naruto and Kyubi, with both disappearing into the crowd. "He's getting more and more emo by the day," Naruto said to Kyubi, which made the red-haired fox women laugh. Kyubi turned around to see that they were gone and turned back to Naruto. "I always thought it was by each passing hour, but maybe it is each day," Kyubi said as Naruto snickered at her joke. Both came up to Naruto's apartment as Naruto opened the door. Naruto laid Kasumi softly on the bed as Naruto took off his clothes. Naruto laid his 2 swords near the bed and turned to see Kyubi put on some of her own clothes. Naruto remembered when he took Kyubi out shop. Boy, what a day that was. Naruto now knew why Shikamaru called women troublesome. Trying to keep up with Kyubi while she did her shopping was training enough for Naruto, as the blonde wondered if all women were like this. Naruto turned his head in a blush as he saw Kyubi put on a red nightgown. Naruto, for all his life, tried to keep something down as he crawled into the bed. Naruto lifted up Kasumi as he placed her on his stomach, which had become her favorite place to sleep. Kasumi seemed to wake up briefly, but gave a small smile as she found out where she was sleeping. Kasumi closed her eyes again as she curled into a ball. Kyubi got into the bed also as all three went to sleep in preparation for the next week. Next morning. Naruto adjusted his eyes to morning light as he turned his head slowly to see Kyubi breathing softly with her arms attached to Naruto's left arm. Naruto looked up to see Kasumi's form on his stomach, which caused him to smile. Naruto gave a kiss to Kyubi's cheek, which caused the hot redhead to smile. Naruto slowly moved from the bed and placed Kasumi on the bed as he went to take a shower. While in the bathroom, Naruto decided to go over the third week of training as he mumbled to himself. Let's see, Kyubi-chan will be teaching me more Fuinjutsu and I'll get the Fox contract. There is nothing else aside from that. Maybe I should look over the chakra network for the body since I have the Byakugan now, Naruto said to himself as he ran the warm water over his body. Naruto sighed like he was in heaven. After about 5 minutes, Naruto exited the bathroom to see Kyubi beginning to wake up. Hello my sexy vixen. Did you sleep well? Naruto asked Kyubi. Kyubi chuckled as she stretched her legs. I slept real well Naruto-kun. I take it you're ready to learn more Fuinjutsu? Kyubi asked him. Naruto nodded with a smile as Kyubi nodded her head. Both turned their heads as they heard a yawn coming from the third member of the house. Kasumi squinted her eyes as she took in the form of Naruto and Kyubi. Kasumi stood to her feet shortly after, but fell down as she chuckled. My arms and legs are sore. It hurts to stand, Kasumi said to them. Kyubi and Naruto chuckled as Naruto lifted Kasumi up and carried her into the shower. Naruto reheated the bathtub with water as he gently laid Kasumi into the water, allowing her to soothe her sore muscles. Kasumi gave a perfect sigh as she waded in the warm water. Kyubi came in also with a towel as Naruto blushed with a stutter. K Kyubi-chan, why you were going to come in now? Naruto asked her. Kyubi nodded with a slight smile as Naruto got up and calmly walked towards the door. Naruto, having made it past the door, closed said door as he sat on the table trying to find the reason that Kami should give him for having such a woman. After 10 minutes, Kyubi came out also with the towel wrapped around her body along with Kasumi as she put on some clothes and Kasumi dried herself off. With both being dry, Kasumi climbed into Naruto's jacket and poked her head out of his jacket with a smile. You feeling any better Kasumi-chan? Naruto asked her. Kasumi smiled with a nod as Kyubi put her clothes on also. Kyubi wore a black sleeveless shirt and black jean shorts with a few red stripes on the side. Kyubi wore some simple-looking black shoes on her feet since it was going to be a hot day. Naruto, Kasumi, and Kyubi headed out of the house and entered the training field. Naruto sat on the ground as he waited for Kyubi's instructions to ring in the new week. Alright Naruto-kun, let's get started. Make 20 Kage Bunshins and separate them into 4 groups. I will make 4 Kage Bunshins to teach each group a different type of Fuinjutsu. If we tried to teach you everything by yourself, well you would never be finished. In fact, you might have ended your life before I was finished teaching you all about it, Kyubi told Naruto. Naruto gasped as he wondered how it was that no one took Fuinjutsu seriously. Naruto followed Kyubi's instructions and made 20 clones. Kyubi in turn made 4 clones as the imposters went into the forest out of sight so that Kyubi could talk to Naruto. Alright Naruto-kun. I'm going to give you the Fox contract now. Signing it will put you in a summon-summoner contract to where the foxes you summon will help you. Remember that you should spend time with them such as inviting them on your pranking sprees, Kyubi told him. Naruto nodded in complete understanding as Kyubi bit her thumb. Kyubi went through the necessary hand signs and slammed her hand on the ground as smoke covered the place where her hand was. Naruto saw a medium-sized scroll in place of the seal as Kyubi unrolled the scroll on the ground. Naruto looked to see it was entirely blank and turned to Kyubi for an explanation. You're the first person to able to summon the foxes. Use it well Naruto-kun, Kyubi said to him with a gentle smile. Of course Kyubi-chan. I would never let you or the foxes down, Naruto responded to her. Kyubi nodded with a grin as she pointed to the very top of the blank scroll. Bite your thumb and write your name into the paper. The scroll will show a bright light briefly then fade. After that, you will be able to summon the foxes. It should come naturally to you so it won't be hard, Kyubi explained. Naruto nodded as he bit his thumb and wrote the kanji for his name into the scroll as the light glowed around them. Naruto closed his eyes for a second, but the light faded as Naruto looked to see his name engraved into the scroll. Kyubi rolled up the scroll and placed it away while she and Kasumi turned to Naruto and waited for him to try the summoning. Naruto breathed deeply for a few minutes and went through with the hand signs. Kochios no jutsu, Naruto yelled as he hit the ground with his palm. Smoke covered the area as Naruto, Kyubi, and Kasumi waited for the summon to appear. Soon the smoke dissipated as everyone stared at the Kasumi-sized fox that came out. The fox looked around until it spotted Kyubi and bowed to her. Kyubi-sama, it's good to see you again. Are you the one who summoned me? The fox asked as Kyubi turned to see Naruto near the lake poking some weeds with his head down as rain poured over his body. Kyubi's sweat dropped as she pointed to Naruto. No, I didn't. The person who summoned you is over there. It seems you indirectly hurt him, Kyubi said as the fox turned around to see the blonde poking some weeds. The fox sweat dropped also as it ran to Naruto's side. I'm sorry about how I said that. Kyubi-sama is the only one who summons us, so I thought she was the summoner. I'd like to start over if that's okay? The fox asked Naruto. Naruto gave a small smile with a nod as he turned to the fox and sat down. Hello. My name is Kia. I am one of the many foxes that you can summon at your disposal. I like taking walks, doing pranks, and training. What is your name? She asked her new summoner in a polite fashion. Naruto gave his standard grin at the standard introduction as he decided to answer her. Hello, Kia. I'm Naruto Uzumaki. I'm happy to be the new summoner of the foxes. I like Kasumi-chan, my dog, Kyubi-chan, the foxes, ramen, and training. I hope to be a good summoner for all of you, Naruto told her. Kia nodded with a smile. Well, Naruto-sama, it is a great honor to be your summons. I know you'll use us well. Don't forget to summon us for pranks. We love them a lot. We also come to respect natural pranksters, Kia told him. Naruto nodded with a smile as Kia poofed in smoke. Naruto stood to his feet and dusted off his clothes as he walked back to Kyubi and Kasumi. They're good summons. I'm going to enjoy being the first fox summoner, Naruto said with a grin. Kyubi chuckled along with Kasumi as everyone turned to leave, but not before Naruto turned his head to the far right as he looked into the trees. Naruto gave a chuckle as he closed his eyes. It's not nice to peep on people, Anko-chan, Naruto yelled as Kyubi and Kasumi turned around to see Anko come out of the tree while sheepishly rubbing the back of her head with a smile on her face. Sorry about that, Naruto. It wasn't my real intention to peep, but you look to be doing something interesting, so I decided to watch for a while, Anko said with a grin and turned to the red-haired woman with Naruto. So who is this Naruto? Anko asked with much curiosity in her voice. Naruto faltered slightly from the question, but recovered fast enough as he decided to respond to Anko's question. This is my Natsuki. She's one of my trainers until the Chunin exams, Naruto said as Kyubi raised an eyebrow at the name. Natsuki? Kyubi thought as she wondered how Naruto came up with a random name so fast. Anko nodded with a smile as she shook Kyubi's hand. Nice to meet you, Natsuki-san, Anko said to her. Kyubi nodded as she very well couldn't say her name to Anko. The woman would have a panic attack. Nice to meet you too, Anko Madarashi-san, Kyubi said to her. Anko grinned as she turned back to Naruto. So you working hard for the finals, Gaki? Anko asked him. Naruto grinned as he gave a thumbs up to Anko. That's right. I'm gonna blow everyone away, Naruto told her. Anko nodded with a smile as appeared near Naruto with her arm around his neck. So the Gaki thinks he's all that, huh? Anko said as she twirled a kunai. Naruto in turn twirled a shuriken with his right finger. I don't think, I know that I will, Anko-chan. You of all people should also know what happens when people try sneak up on me, Naruto said to the snake mistress. Anko chuckled with a nod as she did remember her encounter with Naruto. Oh well, I thought it was a love bite of sorts, Anko said as Naruto shook his head with a smile at Anko's antics. Naruto grinned with a devious look as he turned his head and had his eyes meet Anko's. Well, it seems that you aren't used to such love bites, Naruto told her. Anko narrowed her eyes with a small smile as Kyuubi and Kasumi chuckled at the act of flirting between the two shinobi. It's not something that I generally allow. Maybe I let you get away with it, Anko cooed as Naruto closed his eyes for a second before responding to Anko's statement. Does that mean you have a thing for me? Naruto asked, to which Anko hid a barely visible blush from her face. You think I would have a thing for you? What brings you that kind of assumption? Anko asked, decided to try Naruto at his game. Well, you certainly find my blood satisfying. Not to mention the flirting that you're doing right now, Naruto pointed out as Anko gave a blank face at his answer. Naruto smirked as he took Anko's silence as means of not being able to answer. Naruto turned around to face Anko, who had her kunai at his jugular. Normally people who talk to me this way end up in the hospital, Anko told him. Naruto as he took out his fire sword and aimed in at Anko's side. Would you like to be the first to the hospital? As the saying goes, ladies first, Naruto said to her. Anko and Naruto stared each other down for a second as Kasumi and Kyuubi stared at the showdown with interest in their eyes. Anko, having met Naruto's blue eyes, formed a smile which turned into a chuckle which then changed into a laugh as Anko withdrew her kunai from Naruto's neck and Naruto withdrew his sword from Anko's side. Anko laughed a bit longer, but stopped as she faced Naruto again. You're alright, Gaki. You certainly have more balls than the average genin. Now I see why some talks about you so much, Anko said, to which Naruto gave an immediate blush as he looked at the ground. Anko turned around and decided to leave as she had stayed longer than she really intended to. Though to her, it wasn't all bad as she finally found someone entertaining. Well, Gaki, I'll see you later. Show me something good in the Chunin exams in 2 weeks, Anko said as she vanished in a swirl of leaves. Naruto smirked as Kasumi and Kyuubi walked up to him. Natsuki? Out of all the names you could come up with, you came up with Natsuki? Kyuubi asked as Naruto laughed and sheepishly rubbed his head. I panicked, Kyuubi-chan. It was the only thing I could come up with on the spot, Naruto told her with his trademark smile. Kyuubi sighed as she silently chuckled from the name and had to admit that it didn't sound so bad. Naruto decided to pack up his things as Kasumi jumped back into his jacket. Kyuubi and Naruto dispelled their clones from the Fuinjutsu lessons as Naruto gripped his head. Damn, why is there so much Fuinjutsu information? My head is killing me, Naruto said, to which Kyuubi walked with a grin on her face. Being over 1,000 years old does wonders for you when you have all that information, Kyuubi told Naruto as she left the training field with Naruto as the blonde rubbed his head softly. Naruto and Kyuubi continued to walk throughout the village as Naruto started to separate memories and started to decide which ones were relevant or vital to his training. Kasumi, not having anything to do, decided to go to sleep and snuggle into Naruto's chest as she felt the warmth from his body. Naruto and Kyuubi stopped their walking as they landed near the hot springs. Naruto looked into a tree to see a white-haired man with a handheld telescope who appeared to be giggling and writing. Naruto sighed as he rubbed his temples from the still aching excess of memories. Not what this village needs right now, Naruto thought as Kyuubi watched him walk over to the man on top of the tree. Naruto channeled Futon chakra around his body as the winds began to pick up. Naruto gave a small smile as he sent the rushing winds at the tree, thereby cutting it in half as the man screamed after falling into the women's side of the hot springs. Naruto and Kyuubi smirked as everyone in the village heard the loud cries of what sounded like an animal in pain. After 10 minutes, the man appeared with bruises all over his body as he saw Naruto and Kyuubi sitting on a bench sharing a popsicle. The man walked over to the duo and pointed his finger at Naruto and breathed heavily. That was too cold, he said as Naruto gave him a smile. It's not my fault you're a pervert. You shouldn't be peeping, Naruto told him. The man narrowed his eyes at Naruto as he grew a tick mark on his head. I am not a pervert. The man said as Naruto and Kyuubi raised an eyebrow at him. So what are you? Kyubi asked him, now genuinely curious to know. The man chuckled as he put his hands at his sides and gave a goofy-looking grin. I'm a mega pervert, Jiraiya said as he flexed his finger in a weird way. Kyubi and Naruto sweat dropped as Naruto rubbed the bridge between his nose. So who are you anyway? Naruto asked him. The man smirked as he did a slight dance as Naruto wondered if he should have asked. I am the Toad Sage of Mount Mayaboku. I am Jiraiya, one of the Sannin and the Toad Sage of Konoha, Jiraiya said as Naruto raised an eyebrow at him. Naruto, mentally, nearly faulted from the information as he wondered how a pervert became one of the people to rival a Kage. Naruto finishing his popsicle as he stood up. Are you known for anything else? Naruto asked him. Jiraiya laughed again as he rummaged through his clothes and pulled out an orange book as Naruto, mentally, gave an evil smile. Perhaps you recognize this book. It has moved the hearts of many men who have read it, Jiraiya said as anime tears fell down his face with the sun gleaming on his face. Naruto needed clarification as he thanked Kami for the early birthday present. You're the author of that book? Naruto said to him. Jiraiya nodded with a confident grin as Kyubi smirked at knowing what Naruto was planning. I see, well then I have 5 words for you, Naruto said to him. Jiraiya nodded as he brought his ear close to Naruto to listen as Naruto grabbed his fire sword and lightning sword. I'm gonna destroy that book. Naruto yelled as he charged at Jiraiya. Jiraiya gasped as he saw the level of rage Naruto had in his eyes. Jiraiya vanished in smoke as Naruto stuck his swords in the ground. Oh no, you're not getting away that easily. I've finally found you. Your days are numbered, Erosenin, Naruto said as he vanished in a fire and lightning Shunshin. Kyubi stayed on the bench, but got up shortly after and headed home as she wondered how many Sannin would be left in the world. Later in Konoha, nighttime. Naruto cursed his luck as he couldn't find Jiraiya. He suddenly sighed as he sheathed his swords. Naruto had kept the chase with Jiraiya for about a good 5 hours, but lost Jiraiya after a few minutes. Naruto grumbled as he decided to go home and leave Jiraiya for another time. As Naruto disappeared, Jiraiya came out from the ground as breathed heavily as he leaned on the side of a tree. So that's Naruto Uzumaki. He's a hyper one, but he definitely has great potential. It almost makes him scary, especially with those swords of his, Jiraiya said as he enjoyed the quiet from running so long. Naruto's apartment. Naruto sighed as he came up to his door, but turned his head to see Haku coming up the stairs breathing heavily as she dragged her sword. Hey Haku-chan, Naruto yelled. Haku looked up to see Naruto and smiled as she waved at him. Hello Naruto-kun, how goes your training? Haku asked, though she was genuinely tired. Naruto smiled as he looked at his teammate. It's going well. The Chunin exams are going to be a fun time. So, how is Kakashi? Naruto asked her. He suddenly jumped back as he saw Haku's eyes narrow while she, unconsciously, added Hayatan chakra to her sword, making it into an ice sword. Naruto-kun, don't talk about him for a while. I might kill something. He's a slave driver. He's not as tough as Zabuza-sama, but he really comes close to it, Haku said to him. Naruto bursted out laughing as he gripped his sides while Haku aimed her sword at Naruto, effectively making him be quiet. Is something funny, Naruto-kun? Haku asked as Naruto gulped and backed away slowly. And no, Haku-chan. Well, get some rest for tomorrow. I wish you the best of luck, Naruto told her. Haku nodded with an innocent smile as she dropped her sword and walked into her room. Naruto left and opened his door to see Kyubi on the bed. Did you get him? Kyubi asked, but chuckled as she heard Naruto grumble. He's fast for a pervert, Naruto said to Kyubi. Kyubi nodded as Naruto took off his clothes and placed Kasumi on the floor. Naruto filled her bowl with food as Kasumi ran hungrily to the food placed for her. Naruto sighed as he placed his clothes on one of the chairs and sat down as he looked at the ground. Naruto replayed all of his memories from the Fuinjutsu training and was able to understand everything from Kyuubi's words as he stood in his white t-shirt and shorts that showed his defined body that make Kasumi and Kyuubi blush with traces of lust in their eyes as they wondered how Naruto would be in bed, but both quickly swatted those thoughts away as Naruto laid on the bed with Kyuubi. Kyuubi turned to Naruto as she put down a book she was reading that she got from the local bookstore. "What's wrong, Naruto-kun?" Kyuubi asked as Naruto turned to her. Naruto turned to her and gave her an assuring smile as he decided to answer. "Nothing, Kyuubi-chan. Just thinking a bit too much that all," Naruto said as Kyuubi nodded. A lot of stuff was going on and Naruto could have been feeling a bit of pressure from it all. "Well, get some sleep, Naruto-kun, you still have tons of information to take in about Fuinjutsu," Kyuubi told him. Naruto nodded as he knew it was coming. Naruto simply decided to go to sleep as Kyuubi finished a part of her book and turned out the light. Kasumi took her rightful place on top of Naruto's stomach and curled into a ball also as she went to sleep. Everyone knew that the third week would be the most headache-causing. Time skip, 1 week later, fourth week and final week of training. Naruto huffed from the ground as he saw Kyuubi and hundreds of clones backing her up along with Kasumi as Naruto spent the entire last week developing and mastering the Byakugan and its techniques, which wasn't all that hard thanks to the Kage Bunshin Jutsu. Naruto managed to do his own exercises that tested his Byakugan's field of vision. Naruto remembered from the taijutsu scrolls of the Hyuga clan that Kyuubi took as he found the adjustment to a new taijutsu stance and its forms tiring. Naruto in the first to third day of the week got his body and eyes adjusted to the Byakugan as he managed to the standard Hyuga exercises. Naruto took a bit of time in learning the kaiten, but he got that down as well as the attacks and stances of the Hakurokujuyan Sho. Naruto still had difficulty with the last one, but Naruto managed to master it after a few hours. Naruto even managed to do something that no other Hyuga did as he managed to incorporate his elemental natures into each of the techniques he acquired. Naruto couldn't wait till the Chunin exams at the beginning of next week. He knew he was going to surprise everyone who was watching, especially the Hyuga clan and Niji. Naruto continued to huff, but got back up as Kyuubi yelled for him to get up. "Come on, Naruto-kun, you still have to complete the challenge. You must defeat everyone here using the Juken in an hour and it looks like you have 30 minutes left," Kyuubi said to him. Naruto smirked and nodded as he got back up and took the Juken stance, which to Naruto was quite frustrating to maintain at the beginning of the week, but he generally got used to it. "Got it, Kyuubi-chan. Don't think I'm out yet," Naruto said as the Kyuubi clones and Kasumi charged Naruto. Naruto breathed heavily as he knew he was getting tired. Naruto smirked as he decided to try it out and risk the strain on his arm a little bit. Naruto activated his Byakugan and saw the chakra points of everyone near him as he brought his body and moved his legs a bit apart from each other. All the Kyuubi clones gasped as Naruto smirked. "You're all within my field of divination," Naruto said as his fingertips coursed with Raiten Shurika. Naruto smirked as he charged at the massive group of clones and yelled. "Raiten, Hakayaku Nijohachi Kaminari Sho, Lightning Release, 8 trigrams 128 Thunder Palms." Later that same day, Naruto fell to the floor in exhaustion as his arms dropped to the ground. Naruto looked at the field to see the hundreds of clones gone while Kyuubi and Kasumi were in shock at Naruto's action. Naruto chuckled as he struggled to stand. "Well, looks like I got it with 2 minutes to spare," Naruto told them. Both females snapped out of their shock and walked up to Naruto as Kyuubi checked his arms. "I didn't think you would use that. You really surprised me, Naruto-kun. Your speed when using the technique was amazing. You're going to stun the Chunin exam stadium," Kyuubi told him. Naruto grinned with a nod as Kasumi jumped on his head. "That was amazing, Naruto-sama. You sent chills up my spine. You looked amazing with that jutsu," Kasumi told him. Naruto nodded with a smile as the three saw the sun going down. Naruto closed his eyes as he laid on the ground. Kyuubi leaned on a tree as Naruto looked at the stars forming in the sky. "We completed everything in the schedule. It was a rough month, but we did it. Sun-chan, I'll win tomorrow. I'll become a Chunin and I'll finally hold you in my arms again," Naruto said to himself. Kyubi and Kasumi chuckled as they heard him, but looked at the stars also. "Let's make it happen, Naruto-sama," Kasumi told him. Naruto gave a foxy grin and nodded as he got up after a while and left the training field. Naruto entered the city to see some of the store lights flaring. Naruto felt the calm and cool air on his face as he turned to Kyubi. "Wanna get something to eat?" Naruto asked her. Kyubi chuckled, but shrugged her shoulder as the two headed to Naruto's favorite ramen shop. After a bit of walking, Naruto came into the ramen shop as he saw Teuchi and Ayam smiling at him. "Hey Tochiaji-san, Ayam-chan," Naruto said to the father and daughter duo. "Hey Naruto-kun, I haven't seen you since that other person you had with you." "It was Haku, right?" Ayam asked him. Naruto nodded and sat on the stool as Kyubi came in also. Ayam raised an eyebrow at the mysterious woman while the woman took a seat next to Naruto. "Hello. I'm Natsuki, it's nice to meet Naruto-kun's friends," Kyubi said to them with a smile. Teuchi, being a guy and all, blushed at the sight of the woman in front of him while Ayam narrowed her eyes slightly. Kyubi kept up her innocent smile, but she looked eyes with Ayam for a few seconds as the girls seemed to be dueling with each other without doing anything. Naruto's sweat dropped along with Teuchi before he brought the pair back to him. "Can we have something to eat?" Naruto asked them. Teuchi nodded with a grin as he slightly banged his fist on his chest. "Sure kid, what ramen do you want today? I heard you were in the Chunin exams." "This one is on me," Teuchi told him. Naruto nodded with a smile as he looked at the menu. "I'll have a miso ramen and barbecue ramen." "What do you want, Natsuki-chan?" Naruto asked to his vixen. Kyubi looked into the menu and wondered what she should get, but laid her eyes on something and decided to try it out. "I'll take a shrimp ramen please," Kyubi told them. Teuchi immediately nodded with Ayam being a bit reluctant. In a few minutes, both were served their food as they took their chopsticks. Kyubi tasted the ramen with a slight amount of shock as she found it to actually be good. Kyubi smiled as she saw why Naruto loved ramen so much. Kyubi turned to see Naruto finished with his first bowl and gasped as she dropped her chopsticks. "That's a little too fast," Kyubi said to herself and quickly finished her own bowl. Kyubi turned to see Naruto waiting for her as she finished the last of her noodles and drank the broth which to her was a bit too salty, but she didn't care too much. Kyubi placed her bowl on the table and got up along with Naruto as the pair left. Ayam and Teuchi waved goodbye to their customers for the night. With Naruto and Kyubi. Naruto breathed a sigh of contempt as he walked back to his apartment. Naruto smiled as he and Kyubi walked up the stairs to the door. Naruto turned his head slightly to see Haku coming from the streets with a fierce glare on her face. Naruto's sweat dropped as he saw Haku come up to her own door. "Hi Haku-chan," Naruto said to her. Haku turned her gaze to Naruto as she seemed to be trying to focus her eyes on Naruto's figure. Haku turned her gaze back to the door and walked inside and turned out the lights. Naruto sighed as he heard a plop from Haku's room. "She must be tired," Naruto said to himself, but shrugged it off as he gave a small yawn. Naruto walked into his door to see Kyubi already in the bed as he replaced his clothes with his pajamas. Naruto placed a sleeping Kasumi on his stomach as he softly ruffled with Kyubi vibrant hair. Kyubi turned around to see Naruto with a smile on his face which caused her to raise an eyebrow at him. "What's the matter Naruto-kun?" Kyubi asked him. Naruto gave a soft smile as he rubbed the side of Kyubi's cheek causing the sexy vixen to lightly blush from his touch. "I'm just happy that you helped me so much. I wouldn't have gotten this far without you. Thank you for being there for me Kyubi-chan," Naruto said to her. Kyubi's blush deepened slightly, but she nodded nonetheless as Kyubi closed the distance between her face and Naruto's face. "Think nothing of it Naruto-kun. I would do anything for you. I just glad you accepted me those few years ago," Kyubi honestly told him. Naruto smiled as he kissed Kyubi. Kyubi felt the soft feeling as she found complete joy in this one. She wasn't sure why, but she didn't really care. Kyubi wrapped her slender arms around Naruto as she enjoyed the warmth of his body. "I'll always accept you Kyubi-chan. Don't let anything tell you different," Naruto told her. Kyubi closed her eyes and smiled with a quick nod as the two went to sleep, for they knew that tomorrow was going to be the day. With Tsum. Tsum chuckled as Kiba exhausted form as she looked up at the sky. Tsum gave a small smile while Kiba looked at Hi Mother. Kiba chuckled as he knew why she was happy. He then turned to Hana, who was smiling at the same thing. Kiba stood to his feet and gazed up at the sky also. Kiba smirked as he turned his eyes to his mother. All that waiting is going to pay off, Kasan, Kiba told her. Tsum blushed with a smile as she ruffled Kiba's hair. What are you talking about, Kiba? I wasn't waiting for anything, Tsum said with a smile. Kiba chuckled as he turned to Hana and grinned while the Chunin wondered what he was thinking. Are you kidding, Ka-san? Ever since I told you about the Chunin exams, you've been more out of it than usual. You were even looking at the calendar a few times, Kiba told her. Tsum's blush deepened while she heard Hana's laugh. Tsum stuttered as she tried to find any way of denying Kiba's claim, but she couldn't. She knew Kiba was right. Tsum was looking forward to tomorrow. Can't wait to see Naruto-kun, can you, Ka-san? Hana asked her. Tsum sighed with a smile as she felt that she might as well not deny it anymore. These Chunin exams are going to be so exciting tomorrow. Well, Kiba, go to bed. You have a long day tomorrow, Tsum told him. Kiba nodded immediately as he ran upstairs with Akamaru following him. Hana set her book down and turned to her mother as Tsum came into the house. Hana kept her never-ending smile as Tsum breathed a long sigh. What are you staring at? Tsum asked her daughter. Hana's smile turned into a light laugh while Tsum narrowed her eyes. It's been a long time since I saw you blush like that, Ka-san. You won't say it, but you're really hoping for Naruto-kun to win, aren't you? Hana asked her mother. Tsum gave a blank face for a response and turned her head away from Hana, which was all the answers she really needed. Go. Show me something amazing, Naruto-kun, Tsum thought to herself as she went upstairs also. The night was slow for most people, but those who were in the competition felt it was going by fast. Everyone had their month of training and now it all came down to the final day. Next morning. The village was ablaze with people as the multitude packed into the stadium. Sarutobi was on top of the stadium building in his Hokage robes along with the Kazekage. The people were packed inside as Ganma stood in the middle of the field. Across from him stood all the participants of the Chunin exams, minus one emo. Ganma sighed as he wondered where the hell his student was. Naruto turned his head slightly to see Kiba and Haku giving him the same smile. All three nodded as Naruto's eyes turned to the stadium. Naruto gave a soft smile as he saw Tsum and Hana along with most of the other Jonin. Tsum gave Naruto a small wink as the blonde blushed. Naruto turned back to face the proctor as he balled his hands into fists. I'll become a Chunin today. I know I will, Naruto said to himself. Ganma checked his watch and smiled as he looked at all the participants. Alright, before we begin, a word from our Hokage, Ganma said to everyone in the stadium. People cheered as they turned their heads to see Sarutobi stand from his seat. Since old days, we have had these exams as a way to build relations between villages. These are not simply exams for going up in rank. These are to showcase your village's strengths to all those watching. Use this opportunity to increase your skills and learn your limits. Best luck to everyone here, Sarutobi finished as he sat back down. Everyone cheered again as the stadium roared in excitement. Ganma smirked as he turned back to the participants. Alright then, let's have the Chunin exams begin. First match, Naruto Uzumaki vs Niji Hyuga. All other participants leave the field, Ganma said to everyone. Haku and Kiba turned to Naruto, but stepped in turn to leave. Don't lose, Naruto, Kiba told him. Naruto chuckled with a nod as he stared at Niji. Niji narrowed his eyes at Naruto as everyone left. The people in the stadium started to mutter to themselves as they saw who was going. That Uzumaki kid stands no chance of beating the Hyuga kid, someone said while another person nodded. I agree. Man, that Hyuga kid just got a walk in the park. I just hope the demon doesn't release itself and go on a rampage, another person said as the nobles and lords from across various lands turned to others. How much on the Hyuga, one of the lords said to the other. Said Lord smirked as he looked at Naruto. Forget the Hyuga, I'm going for the blonde kid. He looks downright tough. I can tell, he won't lose, the lord said as the other shrugged his shoulders. Oh well, more money for me then, he said to himself. Everyone seemed confident that Neji would win as most of the rookies were thinking the same thing also. I feel sorry for Naruto, he's got no shot at beating Neji, Tenten said while Sakura and Ino nodded in agreement. Naruto Baka is going to get his ass handed to him. I can tell this will be easy, Sakura and Ino said while Choji ate some chips. I much think Naruto will put up a good fight against Neji. He was always much unpredictable, Choji said as he stuffed his face with chips. Ino sighed as she wondered why she couldn't get Sasuke on her team instead of a big glutton. Hinata sat in her seat with anticipation of seeing Neji and Naruto fight. Even in the podium, the participants had something to say. So Shino, who do you think will win? Kiba asked him. Shino remained stoic as ever, but looked at the field for a few minutes. I'm actually not sure. Neji is considered the Hyuga clan's genius and Naruto is unpredictable. Only way to tell is to watch, Shino responded to Kiba. Kiba chuckled with a nod as he stood next to Haku. So are you ready to fight? Kiba asked her. Haku chuckled as she closed her eyes. I would be, but I don't see that bandaged guy anywhere. I wonder if he'll forfeit, Haku said with glee. Kiba chuckled with a nod as everyone turned back to the stadium. This fight is gonna be so troublesome, why didn't I just forfeit in the prelims so I could get out of this mess, Shikamaru said to himself, but turned his head to see Gaara muttering to himself. That Uzumaki kid. He seems powerful enough. I can't wait to prove my existence by killing him, Gaara said to himself. Temari being close enough hurt him as she slightly shivered. He's got that look. That looks that says he wants to kill. It's terrifying. I feel sorry for that blonde. He was cute, Temari said to herself as everyone paid attention now. Naruto stood across from Neji with an intense gaze as the Hyuga did the same. I'll give you a word of advice before we start, Neji said to Naruto. Naruto raised an eyebrow at his opponent as he wondered what he wanted to say. Fate has decreed me the winner. A second-place academy loser like you has no chance of defeating me. The best solution here is for you to resign and drop out. I will not be responsible for the outcome of this match, Neji said to Naruto as he closed his eyes. Naruto sighed as he scratched the back of his head and gave a soft smile. The smile turned into a chuckle which turned into a laugh as the entire stadium wondered what was so funny. Some even wondered what was funny, but knowing Naruto the way she didn't pay it much mind. Naruto placed Kasumi on the ground as Naruto looked at Neji. Kasumi-chan. Stay back, let me do this one myself, Naruto told her. Kasumi looked from Naruto to Neji and back and smiled. Yes, Naruto-sama, Kasumi said as she backed up and left the field. Naruto turned his head and in a few minutes, Kasumi appeared next to Kiba as Naruto turned back to Neji. I didn't know you knew the workings of a god, Neji. Have you talked to Fate? Have you seen Fate? Have you even heard from Fate? Naruto asked him. Neji narrowed his eyes at Naruto as Naruto continued. No, I guess you haven't. Don't give me your fate is the reason my life sucks crap. I'll simply show you that you're just as beatable as a certain duck-butt shinobi, Naruto told him. Neji seethed as Ganma waved his hand for the signal. Begin, Ganma said as he backed up. Neji wasted no time and charged towards Naruto with the intent of finishing the match fast. Neji quickly targeted Naruto's chest for a shot at his heart. Naruto smirked as he managed to counter the action which caused a few stunned reactions from everyone in the stadium, especially the Hyuga clan. Naruto pivoted his foot as he mained to get behind Neji. Neji grinned as Naruto brought his foot around to hit Neji, but gasped as he missed Neji just inches from his chin. Neji backflipped away from Naruto as the blonde kept up his smile. "Avoiding me, Neji?" Naruto asked him. Neji narrowed his eyes at Naruto as he closed his eyes. Neji channeled chakra to his eyes and opened them fast as he showed his Byakugan. Neji smirked as he saw all of Naruto's chakra points, but raised an eyebrow to see Naruto with his eyes closed also. "What are you waiting for?" Neji asked him. Naruto waved a finger at him as he opened them to reveal the complete Sharingan of the Uchiha clan, which caused an uproar from all the people watching. "Naruto has the Sharingan?" Anko asked someone, but everyone was too surprised to respond. Kurenai widened her eyes at the red eyes with 3 tomos in each of them as she wondered how it was possible. All the rookie 9 gasped also. Ino dropped her jaw at the eyes along with Sakura. Tenten widened her eyes as she wondered how less easy this fight was for Neji. Kakashi smirked as he saw his pupil having a good time. "Well, Hokage Dano, it seems that all your shinobi are quite surprising. I didn't expect the Uzumaki to have the Sharingan. Tell me, he actually an Uchiha?" the Kazekage asked him. Sarutobi smirked with a feeling of pride from Naruto as he continued to watch. "Sorry Kazekage Dano, but I can't reveal all my village's secrets," Sarutobi said as he wondered how interesting this match would be. Shikamaru gasped as his hands gripped the railing. "How is it possible? Naruto isn't an Uchiha. How does he have the Sharingan?" Shikamaru wondered. Haku and Kiba beamed as they were the only real ones who knew why. Temari, Shino, and Gaara also were surprised, but hid it better. "Alright, kick his ass, Naruto. Show that Hyuga bastard the power of the Sharingan," Kiba yelled. Hana and Sum smirked as Sum already found the match interesting. "You never fail to surprise people, Naruto-kun," Sum said to herself. Neji narrowed his eyes at the sight of the Sharingan in Naruto's eyes as Naruto decided to speak. "So Neji, how much of a shot do you have at winning now? Since you wanted to turn this dojutsu fight, who am I to disappoint you?" Naruto said to him. Ganma smirked as he found the rumors to be true. "Naruto, you really are one unpredictable ninja," Ganma thought as Neji resumed his family's Jirkin stance. Naruto smirked as he weaved a familiar hand sign. "Kage Bunshin no Jutsu," Naruto yelled as 5 clones came into existence. Neji smirked as he looked at the 5 clones across from him. "Impressive. He's divided his chakra among them, so I can't even find the real one. Not to mention they all have the Sharingan. A simple setback, but it won't change fate," Neji thought as the clones charged at him. Neji smirked as he made fluid movements that managed to hit the clones in precise points and had them dispel. Naruto smirked as he received the appropriate information. Naruto sighed, but smiled as he turned back to Neji. "Alright then Neji, let's continue our fight," Naruto said as he ran towards Neji. Neji smirked as he and Naruto collided. Neji tried to hit Naruto multiple times in the chakra points that would end the fight, but Naruto wouldn't let him as he saw all of Neji's movements easily and even managed to connect a punch on the Hyuga as Neji skidded back from the pressure. Neji rubbed his cheek as Naruto held out his fist. "You'll have to try harder than that," Naruto told him. Neji seethed as he found Naruto closing in on him again. Naruto let out a punch as he tried to connect with Neji again. Neji smirked as Naruto hit a small wall of chakra. Naruto grinned as he didn't really find the technique surprising as he was propelled back as Neji yelled. "Kaiten," Neji yelled as he finished the technique. Naruto hit the ground a few feet from Neji as the main branch head, Hayashi Hyuga, narrowed his eyes. "To think you learned one of the best techniques of the main branch. It's true, you have been denied your rightful place in the Hyuga clan, Neji," Hayashi thought as he watched the match between Naruto and Neji. Neji walked up to the unconscious Naruto as everyone sighed. "What? Is it over already? Well, he was better than I thought. Still got his ass kicked though." Stance. Naruto smirked as he weaved a familiar hand sign. "Please, that Uzumaki never had a shot. People pretty much deemed the fight over as Niji stood over Naruto. This is fate. Accept it, Niji told the unconscious Naruto. While on the ground, Naruto suddenly smirked as he vanished in a poof of smoke. Niji gasped as he looked for Naruto. Right here Niji team, Naruto yelled as he had his lightning sword in his hand. The sword raged with lightning as some people were blinded by the intense light. Kaminari no Todoroki, thunder scream, Naruto yelled as people heard the sword cackling like it actually was screaming. Niji gasped but began to spin as he made another kaiten. Naruto and Niji yelled as their techniques collided. Naruto gritted his teeth as he felt the resistance from Niji's technique. Niji in turn grinned as the field exploded. Naruto was pushed back as he hit the stadium wall. Niji huffed, but didn't falter as he charged Naruto. Naruto had little time to rebound and gasp as he saw Niji in front of him. Niji lowered his back as he smirked. It's over for you. You're within my field of divination, Niji said to Naruto as Hayashi gasped. He even learned that technique? Hayashi asked no one in particular except himself as Niji coursed his fingers with chakra. Hakrokujuyan Sho, 8 trigrams 64 palms, Niji yelled as everyone gasped. Niji struck Naruto 2 times and yelled. An Aisho, Niji yelled. Naruto gasped as Niji spun his foot and continued his barrage of attacks. Yansho, the Hyuga yelled as he hit Naruto 4 times. Hakusho, Niji's movements flowed as he hit Naruto 8 times. Naruto started to cough up some blood as Niji continued. Jirokusho, Niji hit Naruto 16 times. Sunju and Aisho, then 32. Rokujuyan Sho, and finally 64 as Naruto fell to the ground. Niji huffed as he looked at Naruto's battered form. Naruto cursed as he looked up at Niji. Niji's breathing slowed down as he stepped away from Naruto. I have struck all 64 of your chakra points. There is no point in continuing this fight. Proctor called this exam. This fight is over, Niji said while Ganma twirled his sunbon in his mouth. Ganma sighed as he was about to call it, but stopped as he heard laughing. Niji turned his head and gasped as he saw Naruto come out of the bushes. Nicely done, Niji. You managed to defeat a Chibunshin, Naruto said as he clapped his hands. Niji turned his head fast to see some blood on the ground where Naruto was supposed to be. Niji seethed as he turned back to Naruto. Why do you fight? You destined to lose. You won't get where you want just by training hard. People are born with their destinies predetermined. They can do nothing but accept it and follow it. The only end to it all is death, Niji said to Naruto. Naruto sighed as he closed his eyes. So why are you angry with the main branch? Naruto asked him. Niji quirked up an eyebrow at his question as Naruto decided to showcase something special for everyone in the stadium. You say you must accept the fate placed on you and just follow it. If you say that, then you should treat the main branch with respect, not bash it into the ground like you did Hinata. Admitted Niji, you don't believe in fate at all. In fact, you despise fate with all your heart, Naruto told him. Niji gritted his teeth as his Byakugan flared. Niji rushed at Naruto with the intent to finish him off as Naruto opened his eyes. Naruto smirked as he sent a palm strike to Niji's chest. Niji gasped while Naruto smiled. I guess I'll give you a lesson in changing your destiny, Naruto said as he saw Niji fall to the floor. Everyone in the audience was dumbfounded as they saw Naruto's eyes. The Hokage, the Kazekage, the Rookie 9, Sum, Hana, everyone was shocked, especially the Hyuga clan. He has the Byakugan? Hayashi said as he stared at a true genuine Byakugan in Naruto's eyes. Naruto smirked as he heard people murmurings about him. Kiba and Haku gasped also as they wondered when Naruto got the Byakugan. While Hokage Dano, Naruto Uzumaki is full of surprises, the Kazekage said to Sarutobi. Sarutobi nodded absently, but smiled as he knew Naruto already deserved the Chunin rank no matter what anyone said now. How is it possible? He has Niji's dojutsu, Tenten said as everyone was just as speechless as her. Niji struggled to stand to his feet, but seated as his eyes locked eyes with Naruto. How do you have the Byakugan? You're not a part of the Hyuga clan. You shouldn't have that. Niji told him. Naruto smirked as he sent a palm strike at Niji. Niji countered with his own as he tried to understand how this was all possible. Naruto was actually using the Juken stance of the Hyuga clan. He was using it like he had it his whole life. Hinata widened her eyes as she wondered if Naruto would teach her. Naruto and Niji continued their Juken strikes on each other as blue chakra escaped from both their palms. Naruto chuckled as he never had so much fun using the Juken before. Niji huffed as he tried to keep up with Naruto's movements. How is it possible? He's almost better than me. I've trained for years, but he uses it like it's nothing. He was only second to the Uchiha. How is it possible? Niji thought as Naruto hit him in the chest. Niji winced as he jumped back from Naruto. Naruto grinned as he looked at Niji. Well, I'll tell you something, Niji. Actually, Sasuke wasn't the rookie of the year. It was me. I surpassed him in everything during graduation day. So right now, Naruto said as Niji turned his head to see a clone behind him. The clone kicked Niji in his back as he was sent flying towards Naruto. Naruto grinned as he lowered his back into a similar stance. Hayashi and every Hyuga watching gasped as they saw Naruto with a technique. Niji gasped as Naruto smirked. You're facing the rookie of the year. You're within my field of divination and I will show you how it's better, Naruto said as his fingertips coursed with Raiten chakra. Niji gasped again as Naruto hit him. Raiten, Hakurokujuyan Kaminari Sho, Lightning Release, 8 trigrams 64 Thunder Palms, Naruto yelled as he struck Niji 2 times, then 4, then 8, then 16, then 32, then 64. Niji hit the ground as he felt the burning from the lightning on his clothes. Naruto sighed as he closed his eyes and returned them to his cerulean color eyes. You can't move. In addition to closing your chakra points, you have been paralyzed all around your body from the Raiten chakra, Naruto told him. Niji cursed as Naruto turned around. If you want to give in to fate then do so with your life, but don't push your life on others, Naruto said as he walked away. Niji groaned as Ganma chuckled. The winner is Naruto Uzumaki, Ganma said to him. The crowd was silent for a second, but roared as people cheered for Naruto. Naruto smirked, but didn't really care for their praise except for a few individuals. Niji was carried away in a stretcher as he stared at the open sky. Fate sucks. Destiny wasn't on my side nor Naruto's. Naruto shaped his own destiny and persevered through everything I threw at him. I owe Hinata-sama an apology, Niji thought as he was carried away to the medic room. Naruto returned to the bleachers with everyone's eyes on him as he had on a blank face while Kasumi climbed up back to his head.
What? Naruto asketem. Hakku ant kiba faultet along with Shikamaru as Hakku grabet Naruto sirt.
Don't you what me? How the hell did you get the Byakugan? Haku asked him. Naruto chuckled sheepishly as he rubbed the back of his head. Sorry Haku-san, couldn't tell you. Maybe later, he said to her. Haku gasped as Naruto waited for the next match. Ganma stared at the field as he wondered where the hell Sasuke was. Next match Sasuke Uchiha vs Sabaka no Gaara, Ganma yelled. Gaara came down to the field in a sand shunshin as he waited for Sasuke to arrive. Everyone cheered, but Sasuke never came as Sarutobi sighed. I guess I will have to disqualify Sasuke, Sarutobi said as the Kazekage eyed him with a bit of haste. Please reconsider Hokage Dano. The crowd was so excited by the first match, they are really expecting the Uchiha to fight my son, Kazekage told him. Sarutobi turned his gaze to the Kazekage and narrowed his eyes at the man. The crowd doesn't matter Kazekage Dano. If the Uchiha wishes to be arrogant and not show up then it's obvious that he is far from ready to be a Chunin. I will not show favoritism to anyone, Sarutobi said as he waved his hand to a shinobi next to him. The shinobi nodded as he disappeared onto the field. He came up to Ganma and whispered in his ear as Ganma sighed with a frustrated look. Those are Hokage-sama's orders, the man said as he disappeared. Ganma played with the sunbon in his mouth as he shrugged his shoulders. Well Sasuke, you're pathetic and a waste of my time as a jonin, Ganma said to himself as he spoke to the crowd. Sasuke Uchiha is disqualified for lateness to attend. Sabaku no Gaara is automatically the winner and will proceed to the next round, Ganma said as he felt ashamed to be Sasuke's sensei. Gaara sighed as he returned back to the podium. Naruto shook his head in disappointment of Sasuke's actions. Oh well Uchiha, your ass got bit and it's going to hurt later, Naruto thought as he heard the crowd roar for Sasuke to participate, but were stopped by Ganma's ki. That's enough. Sasuke Uchiha isn't fighting and is disqualified. We will proceed with the next matches, Ganma said, effectively causing people to be quiet. Ganma sighed as he rubbed the temples of his head. Next match is Shikamaru Nara vs Sabaku no Temari, Ganma said. Shikamaru sighed as Temari jumped down and waited for him to come. So damn troublesome. Why do I always have to fight girls? I wonder if I should just forfeit, Shikamaru said to himself. Naruto rolled his eyes as he patted Shikamaru's back. Oh get on the damn field lazy bones and fight, Naruto said as he shoved Shikamaru off the railing. Shikamaru sighed as he hit the ground. Damn troublesome blonde. Why am I doing this again, Shikamaru said as he entered the center field. Begin, Ganma yelled as Shikamaru backed up. Temari smirked as she took out her face. Temari swung her fan at Shikamaru as the lazy genin received scratches all over his body. Shikamaru used his shadow and lunged for Temari as the woman backed up from its range. Please, I know about the Nara clan's use of shadows. As long as I stay out of your range, I'm all good, Temari said as Shikamaru yawned. Shikamaru cursed as he tried to get her again, but Temari evaded him left and right. Temari was getting bored as she threw her fan forward, sending the rushing winds at Shikamaru. Shikamaru sighed as he found Temari to be too troublesome. Shikamaru soon got down on one knee and placed his fingertips together in a circle and closed his eyes for a second. Shikamaru opened his eyes and smiled as he sent another shadow at Temari. Temari evaded the technique again as she found the overuse of it boring. Shikamaru smirked as he threw up a flash bomb. Just as I calculated, Shikamaru said as the glare blinded Temari. Shikamaru rushed at Temari fast and used his shadow to bind her. Temari gasped as she was trapped in the shadow. Shikamaru smirked as he and Temari walked back to the center of the field. He got me. I can't believe this. Am I going to lose? Temari thought as both combatants raised their individual hands. Shikamaru gave a yawn and rubbed the back of his head. I give up. As I thought, it's troublesome to continue. My chakra won't last. I'm pulling out, Shikamaru said, surprising everyone. Everyone in the stadium sweat dropped as Shikamaru released Temari. Well, that's that. The winner is Sabaku no Temari, Ganma said as Temari fell to the floor. Temari seethed as she looked at Shikamaru. Why did you give up? You have me. Was it because I'm a woman that you gave up? Temari yelled as Shikamaru rolled his eyes at her pathetic display in front of thousands of people. Troublesome woman, didn't you hear me? Shikamaru said to her. Temari seemed confused as Shikamaru sighed at having to say it again. I'm tired, my chakra is low. It's troublesome to continue. That's all. Deal with it, Shikamaru said as he left. As expected of the Nara clan. He is definitely Chunin material for his intelligence and forward-thinking, Sarutobi said, to which the Kazekage nodded. I should call this invasion off. Nothing is going how it should, Orochimaru thought as he continued to watch the matches. Next match, Kiba Inuzuka vs Shino Aburame, Ganma said, to which Kiba smirked. See you down there, Shino, Kiba said as he and Akamaru left. Kasumi looked at Naruto and smiled. So who do you think will win, Naruto-sama? Kasumi asked him. Naruto chuckled as he looked at the two in the field. Hard to say, Kasumi-chan, but I'll bet on Kiba, Naruto said with a smile. Alright, let's start. Baggy dash, Danma stopped as a swirl of leaves came as Sasuke showed up. Kiba sighed while Shino adjusted his glasses. Danma narrowed his eyes at Sasuke and stepped forward. Sasuke, get off the field. You're disqualified from these exams, Danma told him. Sasuke gasped then seethed as he walked up to Gunma. Why am I disqualified? I'm an elite shinobi. I should already be a chunin. Why can't I fight if these weaklings can? Sasuke asked. Danma gave a frustrated sigh as this was why he didn't apply for a Jonin sensei position. You were late to your match. You don't have the assets of a chunin. Now get off the field now. Danma ordered. Sasuke gritted his teeth and was about to say something, but was stopped by someone. Get out of here, Uchiha. You had your chance and blew it. Now leave so me and Shino can enjoy our fight, Kiba told him. Sasuke glared at Kiba and was about to retort, but was again interrupted by someone. You should leave, Sasuke-san. You haven't earned the right to stand on this field. Leave. You're a disgrace to your clan, Shino told him. Sasuke gritted his teeth even more and disappeared as Kiba, Shino, and Ganma sighed in relief. Alright, like I was saying. Next match, Kiba Inuzuka vs Shino Aburame. Begin! Ganma yelled as the next fight began. Shino can enjoy our fight, Kiba told him. Sasuke glared at Kiba and was about to retort, but was again interrupted by someone. Begin, Ganma yelled as Kiba charged Shino. Kiba threw a kunai with the hopes of causing a distraction to Shino, but cursed as the bug boy's eyes followed him as his insects blocked the kunai. Kiba kept up his charge and added chakra to his feet as he appeared closer and closer to Shino. Shino raised an eyebrow at Kiba's speed, but wrote it off as he sent his bugs to swirl around Kiba. Kiba pivoted his foot fast, which caused him to vanish from sight. Sum and Hana smirked as they saw the results of their training with Kiba showing. Shino looked to the right and left for Kiba, but couldn't find him as Kiba appeared behind him. Shino turned his head fast and narrowed his eyes. He's fast, Shino said as Kiba and Akamaru spun violently at him. Getsuga, Kiba yelled as he charged at Shino, but Kiba underestimated Shino's bugs as the Aburame made a wall of insects to take the blow. Kiba sighed as he backed away from Shino and cracked his knuckles. Kiba gave a smile showing his canines. That's right, Shino, it's no fun if you're not into it, Kiba said as he charged back at Shino. Shino allowed his bugs to gather around him as Kiba threw out multiple smoke bombs and threw them at Shino. Shino covered Shino's form as Kiba tried again. Kiba shredded the smoked area as the crowd cheered from the exciting match. Naruto chuckled along with Haku as they watched the match. He never did know how to hold back or let up, Naruto said, which caused Haku to nod with smile. Soon the smoke dissipated as Kiba and Akamaru backed up away from the area. Kiba gasped as he saw Shino was gone before seeing bugs crawl out from all sides of the arena. Shino appeared in a tree as the insects neared Kiba. Kiba and Akamaru backed up, but smirked as they ran up the wall of the arena. Naruto smirked as he found what Kiba was going to do. Kiba and Akamaru ran alongside the wall as they felt Shino's intense gaze on them as they bugs began to climb up the wall. Kiba sighed as he yelled for Naruto. Hey Naruto, do you mind if I take a jutsu from you? Kiba asked him. Everyone in the stadium turned to Naruto and awaited his answer. Sum and Hana wondered what they did as Naruto gave him a thumbs up. Go for it, Kiba. I have no complaints, Naruto told him. Kiba smirked as he made a familiar hand sign. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Kiba yelled as 3 Kibas came into view along with 3 Akamaras. Shino arched his eyebrow at Kiba as he wondered what the Inuzuka was planning. Kiba turned to his mother and sister with a grin. Cousin, you should add this to our family's jutsu scroll, Kiba yelled as all the clones jumped off the walls. Everyone spun violently as they wrecked the ground, the walls, and everything else. Tajuo Getsuga, multi-fangs passing fangs, Kiba yelled as they drilled through the bugs that surrounded them. Shino gasped as one aimed for him and left the 3. Shino tried to maneuver through the many passing drills, but found it increasingly difficult as there was too much chaos to try to think. Shikamaru rubbed the back of his head as he thanked Kami that he didn't have to go against something like that. Shino stepped on the ground as all the spinning kibas shot into the air. And now to end everything, Kiba said as Shino turned to see the Akamaras closing in on him from the sides. Shino couldn't see a way of escape from the drilling madness as they all collided and hit their target, causing a mess of dust and earth to rise around the arena. The Inuzuka clan is as powerful as ever, Hokage Dano, Kazekage said to Sarutobi. Sarutobi narrowed his eyes at the Kazekage, but turned back to the field. Sometime the person who trains the most brings out the best of their abilities, Sarutobi responded. Kazekage nodded in agreement as the dust settled down. Ganma walked up to the middle to see Kiba on top of Shino with a kunai to his neck. He had won his trademark smile while Shino sighed and turned to the proctor. "Proctor, I resign," Shino said to him. Ganma smirked with a nod as he raised his hand. "The winner is Kiba Inuzuka," Ganma yelled. Everyone cheered for Kiba while he jumped up and down. Ganma chuckled as he turned to the next match. "Last match, Haku Momochi vs. Dosu Kenyuta," Ganma said. Haku appeared on the field and waited for her opponent, but he never came as Ganma looked at his watch. Haku started to groan, but couldn't do anything about it. "Due to lateness, Dosu Kenyuta is disqualified," Ganma announced. The crowd booed as Haku began to leave, but was stopped by Ganma. "Haku Momochi, you might as well stay here," Ganma told her. Haku raised an eyebrow, but nodded as Ganma read the list. "Next match, Haku Momochi vs. Gaara," Ganma yelled out. Naruto narrowed his eyes as Gaara came to the field. Haku smirked as she stared at the sand user. Gaara gave Haku a weird twisted smile as they came to the center of the field. Ganma stared at both of the fighter and took his sunbon out of his mouth. "Alright, let's do this," Ganma said as he raised his hand. Kiba turned to Naruto to see his dojutsu in full blast as Kiba quirked up an eyebrow at him. Kiba never saw Naruto have such a look of eagerness on his face before, and it made him shrink under Naruto's presence. "What's wrong, Naruto?" Kiba asked him. Naruto continued to look at the arena as he kept his dojutsu active. "Pay attention to this match, Kiba. I think something interesting is going to happen," Naruto told him. Kiba gave Naruto a serious look, but nodded as he turned back to the arena. Ganma dropped his hand with the signal to begin and jumped back. Haku and Gaara didn't move for a while and engaged in a stare-off. Naruto kept his gaze on Gaara as he felt something off about him. Naruto knew he had the Shikaku inside him, but it felt like it was more than that. Haku dropped her sword to the ground and charged at Gaara. Gaara remained stoic, but shot a wave of sand at Haku as Naruto copied the sand with his dojutsu. Haku grinned as she quickly moved to the side, but kept up her charge and threw 3 Senbon at the Ichibi Jinchuriki. Gaara stood motionless as the sand blocked the Senbon by making a Sanbunshin. Haku smirked as she continued to charge. "Why is he still charging?" "He won't get to me," Gaara said, but gasped as the sand in front of him exploded, leaving an open spot for Haku. Gaara narrowed his eyes as Haku managed to get through his defense. Haku smirked as she attempted a giant slash across chest, but the sand got in her way as Haku pivoted her foot. She suddenly disappeared and reappeared behind Gaara as he turned back to her. "He's fast," Gaara said as Haku kicked him across the arena. Haku gave a warm smile as she picked up her sword and rested it on her shoulder. "Well, Gaara-san. It seems that your armor is quite resilient, but I can stop it right here and now," Haku said as she went through various hand signs. Gaara raised an eyebrow before Haku finished her hand signs. "Suiton, Suryuden no Jutsu, Water Release, Water Dragon Jutsu," Haku yelled as she sent the Water Dragon at Gaara. Gaara remained emotionless as the sand shot forward at the dragon, but he suddenly gasped as the sand couldn't fight the dragon. Instead, the dragon changed the sand to mud as it still rushed and slammed into Gaara. Gaara was drenched and his sand was mostly mud while he gave Haku another weird smile. "Yes, that's it. Make me feel alive," Gaara said, which Haku smirked. Haku picked up her sword and ran her Hayatan chakra through it, making it an ice sword. "Oh, I'll make you feel alive." I'll grant your request, Gara-san, Haku said as she charged back at Gara. Gara, having his sand turned to mud, couldn't use it to defend as Haku closed in on him. Gara smirked as he made an unknown hand sign as the arena started to shake. Haku looked to see the dirt and sand around them converse on her as the ice user backflipped away from the incoming sand. So he can control more than just the sand in that gourd, Haku thought as she backed up to the wall. Gara's sand stopped as it formed around him and encasing him in a small dome. Gara, is he going to use it now? We haven't got the signal to start yet, Temari thought to herself. Haku threw 3 Sinban at the dome, but it was too tough and simply flung them off as Gara enchanted some words. Haku narrowed her eyes as she turned to her sword, but a smile came across her face as she closed her eyes. Alright Gara-san, stay in there. I can show my new Hayatan Jutsu to everyone, Haku said as she focused her chakra into her sword. Naruto wondered what she was doing along with Kiba as everyone saw a fierce ice storm swirl around the arena. Haku smirked as everyone wondered what was up with the weather. Haku charged at Gara as she ran down the wall. Haku moved fast across the sand as Naruto looked at her sword in awe. Kiba, look at that, Naruto told him as he pointed his finger at Haku's sword. Kiba looked in the direction he was pointing and widened his eyes. What is that? Kiba wondered along with Naruto. Haku continually charged at the dome and made a clean slash with her sword as she yelled. Hayatan, Sumatai Kaze no Ken, ice release, sword of the cold wind. Suddenly multiple ice shards came from the dome as everyone wondered about the person inside. Gara stopped his chanting as he felt Haku's sword aimed at his side. Gara put his hand on his side as he saw blood drip on his fingers. What is this warm feeling? Blood? Aha! Blood, it's my blood. Gara yelled, shocking everyone including Haku from the outburst. Haku gasped as she felt something tug on her sword. Haku gritted her teeth as she tried to take it out from the sand dome. Haku widened her eyes when she was a weird-looking hand clinging onto her sword. Haku managed to get her sword away as she dropped to the ground. The arm regressed back into the dome as a sudden roar came from the dome. Haku sweated as she wondered what she got herself into, but didn't run away. The shelf soon shattered as Gara came out holding his side. He's hurt. He's hurt really badly, Temari said to herself. Suddenly white feathers came across the stadium as people began to fall asleep. Most of the shinobi recognized the genjutsu and dispelled it soon enough. Kiba, hold still, Naruto said as he dispelled the genjutsu that was casted on him and Kiba. Naruto narrowed his eyes as he consulted Kyubi for some help. Kyubi-chan, do you feel anything? Naruto asked her. Kyubi nodded from the audience where she was sitting as she turned to a weird umbu. Yes, Naruto-kun, get ready. I think something big is going to happen, so Kyubi didn't finish her sentence as everyone heard a giant explosion come from the top of the tower. Everyone gasped as they turned to the source of the explosion to see their Hokage facing off against someone other than the Kazekage. Naruto narrowed his eyes as Kyubi appeared next to him. Naruto-kun, it's an invasion. That's Orochimaru in there, Kyubi told him. Naruto slightly cursed the timing as he saw Temari and Kankuro take Gara away. Naruto saw Sasuke go after them along with Sakura while most of the other genin went to escort civilians to safety. Naruto and Kiba appeared next to Haku as the ice user pouted. Man, I never get to fight for long, Haku said despite the situation and the sounds of clashing metal. Naruto sighed as he turned to the direction the Suna genin escaped in. Sorry Haku, but we'll have to leave that for later. Right now we need to find Gara and stop them. I don't know what they're planning, but it's a good start to stopping this invasion, Naruto told them. Haku and Kiba nodded as Team 7 left the Chunin Stadium and ran after them Suna genin. Naruto and his team ran through the trees as they saw and heard the sounds of the invasion over the village. Man, this is bad. Let's hurry up and get this over with, Naruto told them. All three nodded, and since they were a tracker team, they were able to find the footprints fast and followed them. Haku turned her head and knew they were being followed, but smirked as she saw Shino and Shikamaru behind them. Man, this is such a drag. Why does this have to happen now? Shikamaru asked his rhetorical question. Everyone shrugged their shoulders as Shikamaru stopped. You guys go on ahead. I have a few pains in the butt to deal with, Shikamaru said to them. Everyone narrowed their eyes, but nodded as they left the lazy genius behind. Soon around 6 Oto Shinobi came out from the bushes. Alright guys, how many moves will it take before the king is brought down? Shikamaru asked as he took out a kunai. The rest of the group ran through the trees, but were stopped by a rain of kunai that came from the trees. Everyone saw Kankuro come up with his puppet next time him and a smile on his face. You're not getting past me. Surrender or die, Kankuro told them. Everyone narrowed their eyes, but Shino stepped in front of them as he turned to the rest of his group. You guys go, you're the only ones who came stop this from happening, Shino told them. Haku, Kiba, and Naruto nodded with their thanks as they ran ahead leaving Shino to fight against Kankuro. Naruto channeled as much churka to his feet as he could until they all came up to see Sasuke on a tree branch and Sakura strapped to a tree, unconscious. Naruto saw what looked like a transformed Gaara lunge at Sasuke in an effort to end his life. Naruto sighed as he took out his lightning sword and sped towards Gaara. Die! Gaara yelled as he tried to hit Sasuke, but the hit never came as Sasuke opened his eyes to see Naruto block the punch with his sword. Sasuke gritted his teeth while Naruto saw the curse mark nearly across Sasuke's face. Well team, you never fail to disappoint me, Naruto said as he kicked Gaara back and into a tree. Haku and Kiba came after him as Gaara gave a maniac laugh. I will destroy you all. You can't stop me, Gaara said as Naruto turned to Kiba and Haku, who were waiting for Naruto's orders as for what to do. Haku, try and get the Banshee out of the sand. Kiba, come fight with me and team, stay out of the way, Naruto said as the three did their jobs. Sasuke seethed as he felt like he just couldn't match up to Naruto in any way. Why is that damn dope so strong? I'm a damn Uchiha, an elite. Why can't I surpass that damn bastard? Sasuke asked in anger as Haku came up to Sakura. Haku inspected the sand for a weak point while Temari watched Naruto and Kiba fight the mini Shikaku form of Gaara. Why are they fighting? They must be stupid, Temari said to herself as Naruto took out Kasumi and Kiba took out Akamaru. Kiba, how many clones can you make? Naruto asked him. Kiba cracked his knuckles with a smile as they neared Gaara. I can make about 5 without straining myself. Same with Akamaru. Why? Do you have a plan? Kiba asked him. Naruto nodded with a smile as he whispered the plan in Kiba's ear. Gaara narrowed his eyes as he swung 5 sand shuriken at them. You can't beat me with anything. Just give up and die. Gaara yelled as Naruto and Kiba moved out of the way. Naruto landed on an adjacent tree branch to Kiba along with their dogs. Ready, Kasumi-chan? Naruto asked her. Kasumi nodded as Naruto started the plan. Naruto charged at Gaara with a grin on his face as Gaara sent a sand shuriken at Naruto. Alright, let's go. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Naruto yelled as he made a clone. The Bunshin grabbed his clothes and flung Naruto out of the way as he continually charged at Gaara. Naruto kept up the smirk as he managed to get far enough to Gaara for his plan. Tajuo Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Naruto yelled as he made hundreds of clones. All the clones smirked as they attacked Gaara from all sides. Gaara gasped at the sheer number of them as he managed to dispel a few with his attacks, but it wasn't enough as about 5 Narutos got under Gaara. Naruto smirked as he just needed to cause Gaara some form of damage. Gaara was suddenly kicked into the air as Naruto yelled. Inuzuka, Naruto said as he sent Gaara higher and higher until he was high in the air. Gaara gasped as Kiba, Kasumi and Akamaru appeared above him and spun violently and slammed into Gaara. Getsuga Rendan, Inuzuka Fong passing Fong Barrage, Kiba finished as they sent Gaara spiraling into the ground. Naruto and Kiba smirked as they landed back onto the trees. Gaara looked up from where he was and narrowed his eyes. I'm losing? To these weaklings? I will not die. I will not cease to exist. Gaara yelled. His sand shot upward into the sky and a poof of smoke came out covering a vast area. Everyone jumped back as the smoke dissipated. Naruto widened his eyes along with Kiba, Temari, Haku and Sasuke as they saw the Shikaku in full form. So that's Shikaku. I didn't know he had such a homicidal-looking demon inside him, Naruto said as he turned to Kiba. Kiba, get back. I'll take care of this. You get to a safe distance, Naruto told him. Kiba seemed reluctant to obey that order, but the seriousness in Naruto's eyes told him to trust him. Kiba slowly nodded and backed up with Akamaru as Kasumi came up to Naruto. Naruto-sama, what are you going to do? Kasumi asked him. Naruto picked up Kasumi and placed her in his jacket as Gaara yelled. Alright Naruto Uzumaki, try and fight me now. Gaara yelled as made a hand sign. Tanuki Nairi no Jutsu, play possum jutsu, Gaara said as he went to sleep. Naruto gasped as he acted fast and went through his hand signs. Kochios no Jutsu, Naruto yelled as giant smoke covered the field. Everyone waited for the smoke to disperse before looking, but what they saw surprised them. Sasuke and Temari were dumbfounded at the sight while Haku and Kiba wondered how it was possible. Naruto smirked as he stood on top Kyuubi in her full nine-tailed form. Kyuubi looked up at Naruto on her head and smiled. A rather pleasant way of calling for help, Naruto-kun, Kyuubi told him. Naruto chuckled with a nod as Kyuubi turned back to Shikaku, who was laughing like a maniac. I'm back, baby. Shikaku yelled as Kyuubi rolled her eyes at him. Shikaku turned to see Kyuubi in front of him as he gave a twisted chuckle. Kyuubi, still working with that brat of a container? You should simply dominate him then kill him, Shikaku said, which made Kyuubi chuckle. Naruto smirked also as everyone else wondered what was so funny. Sorry Shikaku, but I respect my container. At the very least he treats me the nicest way in the longest time, Kyuubi told him. Shikaku narrowed his eyes as Naruto turned to Kyuubi for a bit of advice or help. So Kyuubi-chan, how do we get him to leave? Naruto asked her. Kyuubi narrowed her eyes, but saw the spot where Gaara was as she pointed at him. Hit him there. Shikaku can't be here if the host is awake. Walk that Gaara kid up and we can have Shikaku gone in an instant, Kyuubi told him. Naruto nodded as Kyuubi lowered her back and charged at Shikaku. Shikaku chuckled as he took a breath of air and hit his stomach. Futon, Rankuden, wind release, drilling air bullet, Shikaku yelled as he sent 3 air bullets at Naruto and Kyuubi. Naruto and Kyuubi stopped as Kyuubi and Naruto did the tiger seal together. Katan, Karyoinden no Jutsu, Naruto and Kyuubi yelled together as they shot the fire at the 3 bullets of wind. The air bullets enhanced the fire as the fire hit Shikaku, which caused the bijou to whine about being burned. Naruto and Kyuubi took the momentary distraction and managed to catch up to Shikaku and hold him down with Kyuubi's teeth and claws.
Ko Naruto kun Kyuubi sai taas Naruto jumpet of her head and ran up to Gaara as Naruto pumped his fist full of chakra.
Rise and shine sleeping beauty, Naruto yelled as he slammed his fist into Gaara's face. Gaara opened his eyes as Shikaku groaned. No! I just got here. I don't want to go back. Shikaku said, but it was futile as he vanished and the sand shattered. Naruto fell to the ground also as he tried to stand to his feet, but couldn't, so he made do and crawled towards Gaara. No, don't come near me. I will not cease to exist. I'm not gonna die here, Gaara said as he saw Naruto ever so slowly move to him. Naruto gave a soft smile and looked up at Gaara, who wondered what there was to smile about. I know that pain. The pain of being alone and rejected. The feelings of loneliness. I thought like you at one time. That no one loved me nor cared for me, Naruto said as Gaara widened his eyes at the perplexing blonde coming over to him. But why? Why didn't you end up like me? Gaara asked him. Naruto smirked as he stopped for a second, but gave another smile. I had my friends and my family to help me. I had Kyuubi-chan, Kasumi-chan, Hana-chan, Kiba, Haku, my Gigi, and Tsume-chan. I had plenty of people. For me, to fight and protect what's important to me is more important than even my life, Naruto told him. Gaara shifted his gaze from Naruto as looked up at the blue sky as he sighed. Friends? Family? Bonds? Are these the things that make you so strong, Naruto Uzumaki? Gaara thought as Naruto smirked with a nod like he was answering his question. Soon Temari and Kankuro came to Gaara's aid, which made Naruto wonder about Shino. Both seemed ready to fight Naruto, but were stopped by Gaara. That's enough. I'm done, Gaara said to them. Temari and Kankuro gasped as they looked at their brother's tired form. I can't believe it. He's had enough fighting, Temari thought as they turned back to Naruto. Both saw he couldn't do anything and took Gaara and ran off. Haku and Kiba came to Naruto's aid as they watched the Suna Genin leave. So what happens, Naruto? Shall we give a chase? Kiba asked him. Naruto chuckled as he rolled on his back as Kasumi came out of his jacket. Kasumi rubbed her body on his face as Naruto held her in a loving embrace. No, Kiba, we'll let them go. I think they've got a lot of making up to do, Naruto said as he passed out on the field with Kiba and Haku smiling at him. Sakura was on the tree branch knocked out along with Sasuke, who wondered what he was still lacking so he could achieve power and avenge his clan. The war of Oto and Suna against Konoha ended in a victory for Konoha as the forces from both villages ran away and the people cheered in victory. Not much damage was reported due to the work the shinobi of Konoha were doing against the enemy. Orochimaru and his accomplices were driven out also as the Umbu recovered a passed-out Sarutobi who spent the next few days in the hospital. All in all, Konoha had been very lucky as not much needed repairing for the village. 1 week and a half later. Thanks to the efforts of the shinobi, the village and most places were repaired in a few days and people started going on missions again. Sarutobi was able to go back to the Hokage mansion as he called the Chunin exam participants and their sensei to the room. Naruto had spent the week relaxing with Haku and Kiba as they all felt they all needed that week off. Naruto managed to catch up to Haku and Kiba on their way to the Hokage mansion. Well, did you guys enjoy the week? Naruto asked them. Both nodded as there wasn't much work to be done, but due to everyone's efforts they could enjoy the week off. It was pretty boring. Makes me want to get invaded again, Kiba said, which caused Haku and Naruto to chuckle. Haku shook her head and looked at the sky. I hope I won't have to face any more psychotic people, Haku said with make Naruto and Kiba stifle a laugh behind her. Haku turned to them and gave a warm smile as she slowly unsheathed her sword and had an Oni mask appear behind her. Naruto and Kiba paled as they looked at Haku. Is there something funny about what I said? Haku asked them. Naruto and Kiba shook their heads fast while Haku continued to walk to the Hokage mansion. Kiba turned to Naruto and whispered. Remind me why you like here again? Kiba asked him. Naruto chuckled softly and rubbed the back of his head while trying to think of the best way to answer Kiba's question. She has her fun and nice points when you don't make fun of her, Naruto said, to which Kiba nodded absently, trying to get his mind around that answer as Team 7 made it to the Hokage mansion. Hokage mansion. Everyone arrived in the office to see Shino, Shikamaru, Neji and Sasuke with them along with Asuma, Kurenai, Kakashi, and Ganma. Naruto gave a wave to Kurenai, who formed a soft smile and waved back, which caused Asuma to narrow his eyes at the blonde. Everyone waited for Sarutobi to arrive as they spent their time in the room. After about 10 minutes, Sarutobi came through the door and sighed as he sat in the chair. Sarutobi glanced at all the people in the room and smiled. Sorry about that. The council meeting took longer than I hoped, Sarutobi said to them. Everyone chuckled with a nod as Sarutobi turned to all the genin in the room. First of all, I want to say congratulations on making it to the Chunin exam finals, and second, a thank you for helping the village in that time of crisis. There are a time in every genin's life that they gain the ability to lead and tackle greater challenges and missions. They show intelligence and power that brings them to the next level. These are called Chunin. I can't promote everyone, but I wanted everyone to know that they did above well and beyond, Sarutobi told everyone. The Jonin smirked while the genin showed their excitement. Sarutobi pulled out a Chunin vest and smiled. For great intelligence and use of tactics, I promote from Genin to Chunin, Shikamaru Nara, Sarutobi said as Shikamaru stepped forward and rubbed the back of his head. Man, troublesome, that just means more work for me, Shikamaru said, which made everyone sweat drop, but it got a laugh from Naruto and Asuma. Sarutobi took out the next vest and smiled again. For a spectacular show and use of power and techniques. I promote from Genin to Chunin, Kiba Inuzuka, Sarutobi said as he gave the Chunin vest to Kiba. Kiba gasped as he grabbed the vest and bowed to Sarutobi with a thank you. Naruto patted Kiba on the back while Haku gave a warm smile to him. Sarutobi took out one last Chunin vest and looked at the others. For a good show and astounding the audience. I promote from Genin to Chunin, Haku Momochi, Sarutobi said to her. Haku smiled with a nod as she took the light green vest and smiled. Naruto smiled as he gave Haku a hug, but really felt sad that he didn't get promoted. He really didn't want to tell Tsum, but he knew he'd have to. Sarutobi chuckled, but took out one last vest which was dark green and brought everyone's attention back to him. For astounding everyone, even me and the former Kazekage, with your power, speed, and overall use of very unique jutsu that you technically shouldn't have. I promote from Genin to Tokubetsu Jonin, Naruto Uzumaki, Sarutobi said as Naruto dropped his jaw along with Kiba and Haku. Kakashi smiled along with Kurenai and Asuma. Shikamaru smirked as he talked about troublesome blondes and their luck. Shino had a small smile underneath his coat, but no one knew that. Naruto absently grabbed the Jonin vest and looked at it as a few tears came down his face. Sarutobi got up and faced the window. I'm happy for all of you, but it has just gotten harder for everyone as you all have more responsibilities to uphold. Hokage-sama. The path of the shinobi isn't an easy one and dash. Hokage-sama. Asuma said, which caused Sarutobi to turn around. What is it, Asuma? Sarutobi asked him. Asuma chuckled with his cigarette and pointed along with everyone. Naruto's gone, Asuma said to him. Sarutobi chuckled as he knew where Naruto was going, as was Kiba and Haku. No one could really blame him. Hiruzen sighed as he took a puff of his smoke. Well, I'll save the speech for later. Enjoy the rest of you days off, Sarutobi said as everyone filed out. Haku and Kiba decided to celebrate, but didn't bother looking for Naruto since he was probably already celebrating. With Naruto. Naruto ran across the rooftops at a high speed with a smile on his face as he looked at his vest. Naruto had the biggest grin across his face as Kasumi popped her head out of Naruto's jacket. Well, Naruto-sama, you must really be happy. What's the occasion? Kasumi said with a tease, though she knew what the occasion was. Naruto smirked as he looked at Kasumi and kissed her on her head, which caused Kasumi to blush. Don't tease me, Kasumi-chan, I'm happy enough as it is, Naruto told her. Kasumi chuckled, but nodded as they came up to the Inuzuka compound. Naruto smiled as he came into to see Hana reading and Tsum on the couch. Naruto smiled as he came into the room. Hello Tsum-chan, Hana-chan, Naruto told them. Tsum smirked and Hana dropped her book as they turned to Naruto. Tsum got up and faced Naruto with a smile as she looked at him and the grin on his face. I take it you made Chunin? Tsum asked him. Naruto kept up his grin and shook his head, which caused Tsum to raise an eyebrow at him. Tsum's smile faded slightly, but didn't vanish as Naruto kept up the mysterious smile. Then why are you so happy? Tsum asked him with Hana curious to know also. Naruto sheepishly rubbed the back of his head and grinned as he held up the dark green vest to Tsum and Hana. I made Tokubetsu Jonin, Tsum-chan, Naruto told her. Tsum gasped along with Hana as their smiles were back and in full bloom. Hana kissed Naruto on the cheek and smiled. Nice job Naruto-kun, Hana told him. Naruto nodded with a smile as he turned to Tsum. Hana glanced at her mother and simply backed away and gave the two a moment alone. Do I meet your conditions? Naruto asked her. Tsum chuckled as she knelt down and slammed her lips into Naruto's, causing the blonde to blush and drop his Jonin vest. Naruto smiled as he heard Kyubi jumping up and down in her cage. She didn't have to be there, but she wanted to see this day without raising a fuss. Naruto wrapped his arms around Sum as they went deeper into the kiss. Sum cupped Naruto's face as they deepened the kiss between them as they played with each other's tongues. The need for air became too great as both parted and panted. Naruto turned to Sum's flushed face and smiled. "Sum-chan, will you go out with me?" Naruto asked her. Sum smiled as she thought over Naruto's request. Sum smirked and turned back to Naruto and gave him another soft kiss. "Of course, Naruto-kun. I'm more than happy to go out with you," Sum told him. Naruto nodded with a smile as Sum stood to her feet and grabbed Naruto's hand. Naruto quirked up an eyebrow as he felt Sum leading him somewhere. "Sum-chan, where are we going?" Naruto asked her. Sum smiled as she led Naruto upstairs. "Now that you're an adult, you are going to fulfill an obligation you have to me," Sum told him. Naruto suddenly blushed as he heard Kyuubi fake cry. "My Naruto-kun is an adult now." "Make her scream, Naruto-kun," Kyuubi said as Naruto's blush deepened. Sum led Naruto to her room and closed the door. Naruto saw the bed that was made for two people as he turned back to Sum. "Are you sure, Sum-chan?" "I don't want you to think that you have to rush this," Naruto told her. Sum smirked as she walked up to Naruto and gave him a hug. "Thank you, Naruto-kun, but as the alpha female, I need this and I know you want this." "Do you want to?" Sum asked him. Naruto closed his eyes and smiled before cupping Sum's face and giving her a soft kiss. "Of course, Sum-chan," Naruto said as Sum gave a soft smile. Sum gave Naruto a deep kiss as she played with his tongue. Naruto already felt dominated by Sum, but fought back surprising Sum as he invaded her mouth. Sum's body began to heat up as Naruto used one of his hands to knead her breasts. Sum moaned in the kiss as Naruto used his other hand to massage her shoulder. Sum loved the feeling of Naruto's hands on her body. Naruto brought Sum's body closer to him as they managed to stand and walked over to the bed without separating. Both fell to the bed as Naruto moved one of his hands under her shirt and gave Sum's breasts a hard squeeze. "Oh, Naruto-kun. Do it rougher," Sum said as Naruto complied with her and squeezed it harder. Naruto smirked as he came to the assumption that Sum enjoyed being dominated, not to mention that she might have enjoyed some rough play. Naruto decided to test his theory as he broke the kiss with Sum and stared at her hungrily. Sum looked into Naruto's powerful eyes as she saw the look of a pure alpha male in them. It all made Sum blush as Naruto ripped the shirt Sum was wearing as her breasts popped out. Sum grinned from the rough play as Naruto found a weak point with her. Sum decided to have her own fun and try to turn the role of dominance as she flipped Naruto over and hungrily devoured his lips. Naruto felt his animal instincts kick in as his nails sharpened and his body grew more feral. Naruto grabbed Sum's back as she felt his claws dig into her skin. Sum gave a pleasured moan as she became more feral also. Naruto grabbed her breasts roughly and stared to play with them as Sum gave more moans that she was enjoying it. "Do you like this, Sum-chan?" Naruto asked her as he began to suck one of her tits. Sum tried to stifle a moan, but it was hard to from the increasing pleasure. Naruto managed to turn the tides back to his favor as he switched positions with Sum and continued to suck her breasts. Sum knew she got dominated, she wasn't really one to give up so easily, but the vigor in Naruto's eyes told her that she was better off surrendering now. Naruto gave Sum a small bite on her left tit and let go as he kissed his way down her body. Naruto instinctively came down her body until Sum took off her pants and watched Naruto pull them down, showing her glorious spot. Naruto dove into Sum's spot as he gave her some pleasure licks and kisses as Sum gripped the sheets of the bed, slightly tearing them. Naruto smirked at the constant movement Sum did as she tried to cope with the pleasure. Sum suddenly grabbed Naruto's blonde hair and held him close to her sweet spot as Naruto gave a small bite on her clit. Sum marched back from the ecstasy as Naruto got up and took off his shirt and his pants. Naruto dropped them to the floor as the new Tokubetsu Jonin stood in his boxers. Sum marveled at his muscular body and her eyes went down to see his bulge threatening to rip his boxers. "It looks so big," Sum said as Naruto grabbed her last piece of garments and ripped it from her body. Tsum got up and knelt in front of Naruto's covered wood as she licked her lips with anticipation. Naruto watched as Tsum pulled down his drawers and showed his thick member. Tsum looked at it for a bit, but devoured it fast into her mouth, which caused Naruto to gasp and hold her head tightly. Tsum didn't slow down as she bobbed her head up and down, sending Naruto into an endless world of pleasure. Naruto felt the sloppy, wet area of Tsum's throat and Naruto bent over and smacked her ass. Tsum gasped at the action and let out a large moan as Naruto grabbed her head and moved faster. Tsum almost lost herself to the feeling of Naruto's dick in her mouth as she felt Naruto's cock tighten. "Tsum-chan. I'm coming!" Naruto yelled as he shot his load into Tsum's mouth. Tsum allowed some of it to drop, but savored the taste of Naruto's white milk in her mouth and swallowed it all, leaving no trace behind. Tsum looked at her cum-covered breasts and smiled as she gave Naruto's dick a small kiss. "Now Naruto-kun, no more foreplay. Show me that you can be the alpha male," Tsum said to him. Naruto smirked with a nod as Tsum turned around and placed her hands and knees on the bed with her butt in the air. Naruto quickly accepted the invitation and stuck his dick in Tsum's pussy as he felt the warm feeling. Tsum in turn, felt completely filled as she wondered how long it had been since she felt this way. Naruto rocked his hips back and forth as he grabbed Tsum's thighs and moved faster for her. "Tsum-chan, you're so tight inside." "It's incredible," Naruto said as Tsum laid her head down and gripped the sheets tightly. Naruto continued his rhythmic thrusts as he heard Tsum's pleasurable moans. Naruto brought Tsum up on her knees as she rested on his lap. Naruto used his hands to give Tsum's breasts a tight squeeze. "Naruto-kun, fuck me harder. Pound my pussy faster. Dominate your alpha female." Tsum yelled as Naruto granted her wish and moved his hips faster and harder for her. Naruto stopped for a second to switch to a missionary position as Naruto shoved his cock back into Tsum's tight spot. Naruto leaned forward and gave Tsum a kiss, which she returned and clawed at his back with her fingers. Tsum could feel herself getting close along with Naruto as she gripped him even harder as Naruto winced at the pain, but let it alone as he felt them get healed thanks to his vixen. "Tsum-chan, I'm about to come soon," Naruto said as Tsum wrapped her legs around Naruto, preventing his escape. Naruto turned to Tsum, who gave him her smile. "Then come inside me, Naruto. Make me yours. Become my alpha male," Tsum said as Naruto moved faster while Tsum felt her erotic high coming. Naruto couldn't hold it anymore and gave one final thrust. "Tsum-chan, I'm coming." Naruto yelled as he sent his entire load into Tsum's pussy. Tsum felt so warm as her high came also. "Naruto-kun, I'm coming." Tsum yelled as Naruto felt his cock get drenched with Tsum's juices. Tsum dropped her hips to the bed as Naruto slowly pulled out his cock. Naruto laid on the bed next to Tsum and gave her a soft kiss. Tsum returned the kiss and looked into Naruto's deep blue eyes. "You're the perfect alpha male for me, Naruto-kun," Tsum said to him. Naruto chuckled with a nod as a gleam got in his eyes. "Then let me prove that title again," Naruto said as he got back on top of Tsum. Tsum gasped, but smiled as they two continued their session, which ended up in tearing the sheets and some of the bed to pieces. Naruto laid back on the bed with Tsum and gently rushed his hand through on her face as he watched her sleep peacefully. "I love you, Tsum-chan," Naruto said as he went back to sleep with his girlfriend. Next morning, Naruto groggily opened his eyes to the rays of sunshine as he turned his head to see it was morning. He slowly rubbed his eyes across his face and looked from where he was sleeping to see Tsum next to him. Naruto widened his eyes as he found himself in the Inuzuka compound. Naruto then chuckled softly when he remembered how he and Tsum celebrated his promotion to Tokubetsu Jonin yesterday, which seemed to have caused multiple scratches and claw marks on the walls and a torn bed. Naruto suddenly shivered when he recalled Tsum's amazing stamina. Naruto didn't even think it was possible for him to get tired, but Tsum proved such a point wrong. Naruto cut the memories and kissed Tsum's cheek, getting a stir from her. Tsum slowly opened her eyes to see a toned chest in front of her and looked up to see her new boyfriend's face. "Good morning, Naruto-kun. I'm surprised you got up before me," Tsum said, which made Naruto chuckle. Naruto breezed his hands through Tsum's sharp-looking hair and brought her closer to him. "It wasn't easy, Tsum-chan. You really know how to celebrate, Naruto told her. Tsum blushed, but nodded with a smile and leaned forward to give Naruto a small kiss. Naruto gratefully accepted the warm feeling of her lips while their tongues danced around for a while. Both separated and panted slightly as Naruto got up from the ripped covers. Naruto got to his feet and turned his head to Tsum, who was starting to get up also. Naruto grabbed his shirt and pants and got dressed while Tsum did the same. So what now? Am I the head of the Inuzuka clan? Naruto asked as a small joke. Tsum chuckled and put on her shinobi sandals before walking towards the door. Naruto followed her lead out the door as both entered the kitchen where Hana, Kiba, Akamaru, and Kasumi were. Kasumi, turning to her blonde, yipped as she jumped into his arms and licked his face. Naruto-sama, you smell like Tsum. Not to mention you were both quite loud, Kasumi said with a smile. Naruto blushed and tried to avoid her gaze, but failed miserably at the act. Sorry about that, Kasumi-chan. I'll try to be quieter, Naruto said, which made Kasumi roll her eyes. Yeah right, Naruto-sama, Kasumi said as she leapt back down to the floor. Naruto turned his head to see Kiba with a big grin on his face along with Hana and took a seat between them while Hana continued to drink her tea and Kiba continued to pet Akamaru. Naruto found the silence deafening and grabbed both of their shoulders. Don't ignore me, you two! Naruto yelled, which made Tsum smirk while preparing breakfast for everyone. Kiba grinned along with Hana as the two Inuzukas turned to Naruto with their smiles blooming. Naruto narrowed his eyes as he feared that something was coming, but he didn't know what it was. Kiba and Hana kept up their grin while Tsum gave Naruto some water. Naruto took the cup and drank it slowly while still keeping his eyes on his best friend and his sister. Kiba placed his hand on Naruto's shoulder and got a gleam in his eye. Sorry Tusan, didn't mean to ignore you, Kiba said, effectively making Naruto choke on his water. Hana chuckled hard as Naruto coughed from the water, nearly suffocating him. Naruto glared at Kiba and gave a soft but deadly smile to the Inuzuka boy. Kiba, don't call me Tusan, Naruto said to him. Kiba kept up his smirk along with Tsum and Hana. Kyubi, being woken up, had to laugh also from the joke that the Inuzukas were putting on Naruto. Hana soon placed her hand on Naruto's shoulder and gave a confused, but amused look. Why shouldn't he call you Tusan, Tusan? You're our Tusan and that's the way it is, Hana said while Naruto turned his glare to Hana. Naruto sighed and stood up before cracking his knuckles. Kiba and Hana sweated slightly and began to back away as Naruto reached for a kunai. Naruto suddenly dashed at Hana and Kiba while barely missing the brother and sister duo. Stop calling me Tusan! Naruto yelled as he chased after them around the compound while flailing his kunai around like a madman. Hana and Kiba laughed as they avoided Naruto and his rants. Tsum placed breakfast on the table and could only chuckle while she saw Kiba yell for her. Cousin, tell Tusan it's dangerous to chase his kids with sharp objects, Kiba yelled as he avoided another slash from Naruto. Naruto seethed from the joke that Kiba and Hana were using against him and suddenly got serious. Kage Bunshin no Jutsu, Naruto yelled. Kiba, Hana, and Tsum turned their gazes to see 13 Kage Bunshins appeared, which caused Hana and Kiba to sweat slightly. In little to no time at all, Kiba and Hana were cornered out in the yard, but couldn't keep the grins of their faces as Naruto neared them. Now stop calling me Tusan. At least wait until I'm actually married to Tsum-chan, Naruto pleaded. Hana and Kiba chuckled, but nodded and decided to stop their games. Tsum called for everyone that breakfast was ready as the Naruto, Kiba, and Hana returned to their seats and ate the food in silence. Kasumi sat in Naruto's lap while Naruto gave her small bits of dog food for her to eat. Tsum slowly ate a bowl of rice, but placed it down and put her elbows on the table. Well, let's all talk now, Tsum said to everyone. Naruto stopped eating along with Hana and Kiba and gave Tsum their full attention. Tsum gathered all of her remaining thoughts in her head before speaking and turned her stares to Naruto. Naruto-kun, I hope you realize that dating a clan head is quite serious, Tsum said to him. Naruto narrowed his eyes since he remembered that Tsum said, in his earlier years, that he would need to know some things should they date. Naruto simply nodded, which allowed Tsum to continue with the conversation. Since the CRA was enacted on you, you have to choose the women you want to be with. I'm not going to have weak females in this life, so you will have to discuss things with me before acting. Just cause you're the alpha male, it doesn't mean you can do whatever you want in the Inuzuka compound, Sum said to him. Hana and Kiba turned their gazes to Naruto, who narrowed his eyes and looked at the table for a second before answering. So this is simply a discussion between you and me about the women I should have. I was planning on telling you about them anyway. I mean, it not like you wouldn't see them around if you're the alpha female, Naruto calmly responded. Sum nodded slowly while Naruto had a grin on his face that no one missed. Then can you meet someone right now? Naruto asked her. Sum and Hana quirked up an eyebrow, but Kiba smirked as Naruto bit his thumb and slammed it on the floor. Kochios no jutsu, Naruto yelled as smoke engulfed a portion of the kitchen. The smoke didn't stay long before everyone was staring at Kyubi in her black kimono and her red hair flowing down her back. Kyubi had an incredulous look on her face and turned to Naruto. A little warning next time would be nice, Naruto-kun, Kyubi said with a small pout. Naruto sheepishly grinned and rubbed the back of his head while looking at his sexy vixen. Sorry about that, Kyubi-chan. I simply figured that Sum-chan would want to meet my vixen, Naruto said, which surprised Hana and Sum. Hana widened her eyes along with Sum as the two girls stood to their feet and pointed at Naruto. Naruto-kun, how is Kyubi out? Shouldn't she be sealed? Hana asked. Naruto went into a thinking pose while trying to answer the question that Hana had posed on him. Sum took in Kyubi's features and could say that she looked like the type of woman guys would kill for. After hearing Naruto's story about the Kyubi and Konoha those few years back, Sum and Hana didn't really hate Kyubi anymore since she was more of a victim than an attacker, but the thought of Kyubi being out in the open was a little unsettling. Technically she isn't free, Hana-chan. I was able to release her from the seal so she can enjoy the outdoors, but the seal is still in effect. If I die then she dies also. Kyubi promised me that she wouldn't hurt the civilians despite the life I lived, and she's been there all my life, so along with you, Sum-chan and Kiba, I trust and love her, Naruto said to them. Sum kept her gaze on Kyubi while Kyubi turned her own to Sum and smiled. It's nice to see the one whom Naruto-kun loves so much, Kyubi said, which got Sum out of her serious gaze before she smiled and reached out her hand. Kyubi gave it a firm shake as the two women smiled at each other. Can I trust that you won't destroy my clan and the village? Sum asked as a joke, to which Kyubi gave a soft smile and shrugged her shoulder at the question. Sum's chakra flared along with Kyubi's as both their grips got harder. Naruto, Kiba, and Hana sweat-dropped while their dogs backed behind their individual masters. Both women kept up the duel for a while, but Kyubi ultimately stopped and released Sum's hand before going back to a sweet tone. I'll try not to destroy this village for Naruto-kun's sake, but I make no promises with its civilian council nor the bastard who placed me under that genjutsu, Kyubi responded, though was surprised when Sum snickered and nodded in agreement with Kyubi about the council members. Sum turned to Naruto and the others and smiled. Well, due to circumstances, I'm sure Kyubi is more than strong enough, so if you love her then I don't see why not. Anyone else you going to surprise me with? Sum asked. Naruto gleamed and was about to point at Kasumi, but stopped as everyone heard a knock on the door. Naruto paused while Sum went to answer the door. After about 3 minutes, Sum returned with a groan while scratching the top of her head. Naruto-kun, we need to get dressed. You, me, and Kiba and Haku are needed in the council room immediately, Sum said, unconsciously turning her gaze to Kyubi. Naruto paled slightly at the thought of someone having seen Kyubi when he summoned her for help against Shikaku. He was going against a damn Bijou who was hell-bent on destroying the village. Why shouldn't he have asked Kyubi for help? If he didn't, Konoha wouldn't have been destroyed, but people wouldn't be able to call it one of 5 the great nations anymore. Naruto sighed and simply nodded, having left the kitchen with the others as he found his dark green vest on the couch. Naruto, having already been dressed, put on his shinobi sandals and strapped his 2 swords to his side and placed his jonin vest around his usual clothes. Sum came down the stairs in some better clothes for the meeting. Kiba came after Sum, deciding not to wear his chunin vest since it wouldn't look good with his regular clothes, which reminded him that he needed some new ones after the meeting. Alright, is everyone ready to go? Naruto asked them. Tsum and Kiba nodded while Kasumi, Akamaru and Kuramaru came into the room. Kasumi jumped into Naruto's jacket and Akamaru took his place on Kiba's head while Kuramaru stayed at Tsum's side sparing a glance at Naruto with his daughter. Kuramaru had respect for Naruto since the boy exuded strength, confidence and an overall power that could just make anyone nearly fall before him. Kuramaru didn't really care that his daughter had a love for Naruto. It actually made him happy, but he would still be the overprotective father that he was when it came to Kasumi. After spending some time walking, Naruto and the others came to see Haku waiting for them at the entrance to the Hokage mansion. Naruto gave a small wave while Haku smiled and joined the group. Naruto started to make small conversation with Haku and Kiba since he wondered what they did yesterday. Kiba told Naruto that they simply celebrated at a barbecue restaurant with Shikamaru and Shino. Haku chuckled when she remembered Shino's stoic, but slightly depressed face when he told them that they had a reason to celebrate and he didn't. Naruto snickered since he felt bad for Shino, but he knew the man would try again and succeed. Everyone walked inside and past the receptionist who gave Naruto a scowl, but her gaze shifted to a scared expression when she felt the stares of Kyuubi, Tsum, and Haku on her. Naruto simply ignored it while everyone went into the council room. Looks like everyone's here, Naruto said to his group while the civilian council glared at him and most of the shinobi council had impassive looks on their faces. Tsum sighed and turned to Naruto with a small smile and kissed his cheek, which effectively got a rise out of nearly everyone in the room who didn't know about Tsum and Naruto's relationship since it pretty much just started yesterday. Tsum waved goodbye to Naruto and the others as she took her seat on the council with Kuramaru laying down at her side. Naruto gave a soft yawn trying to keep himself cool, but inside he was wrecking himself trying to think of a way to tell the council about Kyuubi if they saw her. Soon Sarutobi came to the center and sat in his seat as the meeting began. Alright, we are all here, so let's have this meeting go underway, Sarutobi said. Everyone nodded and turned their gazes to Naruto, who felt like he was a lamb to the slaughter seeing most of the shinobi council look at him. Hayashi especially glared at him harder, but he tried to ignore it all. Naruto-kun, do you know why you have been summoned here? Sarutobi asked. Naruto shook his head in a negative while Sarutobi took a puff of his smoke and returned his gaze to Naruto. It seems that most of the Shinobi Council would like an explanation for your match against Niji Hyuga during the Chunin exams, Sarutobi mentioned. Naruto seemed to relax a little as it wasn't the question he thought it was. Alright Gigi, what would you and the Shinobi Council like to know? Naruto asked them. Sarutobi turned his eyes to the shinobi side to enter the conversation, though out of the corner of his eye, he saw Danzo smirking and took note of that. Inochi stood to his feet and looked at Naruto with a calculative look before speaking. Naruto-san, we would like to know about some of your skills during the Chunin exams, Inochi said, trying to find the best words to use. Naruto raised an eyebrow at the Yamanaka head, but nodded as Inochi continued. We would like to know how you acquired the dojutsu and the skills of the Hyuga clan. We are very much aware of your new dojutsu and that it allows you to copy bloodlines, but please tell us how you acquired those skills, Inochi said as everyone clan head had their gazes on Naruto. Even Tsum really wanted to know, but she didn't seem too interested since she could ask Naruto about it whenever she wanted. Naruto sighed and ran his hand through his blonde, spiky hair. I got the Byakugan when I saw the match Niji Hyuga had against Hinata Hyuga. I was angry that he could do that to a member of his own family and I unconsciously activated my dojutsu while Niji's was still active. That's how I got the Byakugan. As to how I was able to use the Juken so effectively that I was able to beat Niji, well, I remember watching two Hyuga clan members sparring in a training ground and I watched them during that time. I didn't know if they were main branch or side branch members, so I simply watched, Naruto simply said to them. Everyone nodded with their understanding, even if only Naruto, Kiba, Kyuubi, and Kasumi knew it was only half-truth. Inochi nodded and took his seat while Hayashi stood to his feet. I find it nearly impossible that you could master the Juken to such a level in a mere month. Not even the most efficient Hyuga member can learn the Juken that fast, Hayashi said, trying to refute Naruto's stance. Naruto sighed again and scratched the back of his head while looking at Hayashi. Nothing impossible with the Kage Bunshin Jutsu. What would take nearly 12 years for you people, would only take about 2 to 3 weeks for me. So imagine hundreds of clones with the Byakugan and Juken while they practice. Although I'm not, I think I could at least make even you sweat Hayashi-san, Naruto said with a smile. Haku and Kiba snickered while Hayashi gave Naruto a deep glare for a response, however the entire room was shocked at what Naruto did after that. Naruto bowed his head much to everyone's surprise as he kept his head low before Hayashi. Hayashi-san, I am however sorry that you think I stole your dojutsu from you and your clan. I wouldn't intentionally steal techniques from others without their permission. I would simply like to say sorry if I offended your clan in any way, Naruto simply said to him. Hayashi's glare softened while he gave a quick nod and sat back down. Sarutobi smiled at Naruto for his apology while Shikaku stood up. So Naruto, you can copy any dojutsu or bloodline? It doesn't matter what it is? Shikaku asked. Naruto simply nodded while Kyuubi scoffed in her house in the mindscape. Is he saying that I can't make something like that? Sure, it took me quite a bit of time to make, but come on. I'm one hell of a genius. Some people have no respect for the brilliant, Kyuubi said while Naruto gave a soft chuckle before turning back to Shikaku to answer his question. Yes, Shikaku-san, it doesn't matter which dojutsu or bloodline I copy. I'm capable of copying them all. I could even copy yours, Inochi-san's, Shibi-san's and Choza-san's bloodlines, Naruto said with a simply shrug of his shoulders. Shikaku raised an eyebrow along with Inochi while Choza had his jaw slightly hanging. Shibi raised an eyebrow at the proclamation, but didn't say anything. Tsum chuckled slightly, but didn't pay too much mind to all the things that she already knew. It did baffle her in the earlier years how Naruto was able to use the Inuzuka techniques, but she chalked it up to Kyuubi and her abilities instead of asking questions. Shikaku turned to Sarutobi with a questioning gaze. Hokage-sama, what do you think we should do? Naruto isn't a part of any of the clans of Konoha, yet he can use our techniques. Do you think he should have his own clan or should he join one of the already exiting ones? Shikaku asked. Sarutobi sighed and put his elbows on the table and looked at the clan heads, then Naruto and back. Sarutobi soon scratched the back of his head as he found this to be unavoidable anymore. Naruto-kun already has his own clan, Sarutobi said, which made everyone gasp. Even Tsum got interested. Haku and Kiba turned to Naruto in confusion while Naruto had the same look on his face while everyone wondered what their Hokage was talking about. Danzo and the elders turned their heads from Sarutobi to Naruto and back. What do you mean, Hokage-sama? This boy doesn't belong to any clan within Konoha, a member of the civilian council said to him. Sarutobi chuckled and took out his pipe while continuing to look at Naruto. Actually he does. Naruto-kun here is actually a member of two families, he's the heir to the Uzumaki clan. The Uzumaki were a proficient clan allied with Konoha. They're actually one of the founding clans of Konoha, but were wiped out. Naruto-kun is the last Uzumaki and therefore the heir to the clan and all its jutsus. He's also the last person of one last family. It wasn't a clan, but it was an important family, Sarutobi said, keeping everyone in suspense. Well, almost everyone. Naruto knew about being the last Namikaze, but being the clan head of the Uzumaki clan he didn't. Naruto nearly fell to the floor from that information. All the clan heads turned to him along with the civilian council while Danzo gritted his teeth. Well, Sarutobi, tell us who this boy's family is? It might be important to the benefit of Konoha, Danzo said while Sarutobi chuckled and turned his gaze to Naruto. Naruto-kun, due to circumstances, I wasn't able to tell you about your parents. I'm sorry about that, but it was a promise. I wasn't able to tell either until you turned 18 or became a chunin, which you made Tokubetsu Jonin, so you're more than eligible to hear this, Sarutobi said while everyone tensed. Naruto for a fact knew who his father was, but his mother, he wanted to know so much. Kiba gulped along with Haku like they felt they were about to hear something amazing. Well, Hokage-sama, what is it now that the Uzumaki is capable enough? Hamura said while Naruto narrowed his eyes at the man. Sarutobi gave a grin and pointed at Naruto. I'm actually surprised that no one figured it out, especially you Shikaku, Sarutobi said to the Jonin commander. Shikaku turned to Naruto and squinted his eyes at the blonde. Wait? Blonde hair, blue eyes, remove the whisker marks, add a few years to his current age and dash. Shikako suddenly gasped and dropped his jaw while Sarutobi smirked. Naruto-kun is the son of the Yandame, Minato Namikaze, and the Red Death, Kushina Uzumaki. He is the last of the Namikaze family, Sarutobi said, stunning everyone in the room. Naruto widened his eyes at the mention of his mother's name. Tsun dropped her jaw along with the other clan heads while the civilian council muttered to themselves about such an impossibility. Kiba and Haku gave Naruto an incredulous look while Danzo showed a hidden smirk across his face. How is it possible? The Yandame never had a son, and even if he did, it wouldn't be such a lowly shinobi like this, someone said as Sarutobi leaked some ki around the room. Everyone stiffened and kept quiet while Sarutobi continued. Naruto-kun, there is a compound deep in the woods past the Aburame family and the Hyuga family. You will find the Namikaze compound there. As to the benefits of being a clan head, you are allowed a seat on the council. However, since you're a clan head, the CRA strengthens with you and you need more than 4 women to maintain a stable clan, Sarutobi said while Naruto raised an eyebrow inside. So how many this time? Naruto asked, to which Sarutobi chuckled at his frustration in the matter. You will need at least 10 women for a stable clan, Sarutobi said, to which Naruto's mouth hung slightly in the air. Naruto wondered if it was too late to revoke his shinobi license, but didn't dare since he'd be at the mercy of the civilian council and he would have none of that. Naruto groaned and turned to Shibi, Shikako, and Inochi. I don't see why those 3 don't have that many women hanging around them, Naruto said while Shikako, Shibi, and Inochi softly chuckled at his point in the matter. Sarutobi smiled, but nodded as he switched his gaze to the 3 clan heads of the Inoshikacho trio. It varies for clans depending on the dojutsu or bloodline. Dojutsu users are more substantial, so the amount of people for a stable clan depends. Since yours is new and quite powerful, you need that many to make sure you have a successful chance of passing your dojutsu down to the clans, Sarutobi explained. Naruto slumped his shoulders and turned his gaze to Tsum, who smiled weakly at him and shrugged her shoulders. Naruto rubbed his temples while Sarutobi took something out of his pocket. Naruto-kun, here is a note from your father. I wanted to give it to you sooner, but you ran away so fast I couldn't. I assume you had some other business to take care of, Sarutobi encoded while turning his gaze to see Tsum blush along with Naruto. Naruto got the note from an umbu and looked at the contents. Dear Naruto. Hey son, how are you doing? This is your father talking to you. The Kyuubi is currently outside Konoha and it doesn't look like it's going to leave. I know you must be mad at me for the burden I placed on you, but I want you to know that I believe in you and that you can use the Kyuubi for the benefit of the village. You should have seen your mother when I told her my plan. She got really mad at me, but I had no choice. She was still weak from the child birthing, so I had to knock her out. I have no idea where she is right now, but if she's still alive, I'd imagine that she thinks you're dead. If you find her, please don't be upset with her. I think it's her maternal instinct that she has so much grief. I asked Sarutobi not to talk about you until you could handle yourself against my enemies. I was a rather sore spot with IWA and they would love for the chance to kill me. I didn't want you dying because of your Tusan, so I kept it hidden. Find our compound and lead it well. I leave my most proficient techniques with you, the Rasengan along with the Hiraishin. Both are quite difficult to master, but I know you can do it. I think I'm out of time, so I must go. Make your Tusan proud and find your Kasan for me and tell her I'm sorry. I love you, Naruto. Your father. Minato Namikaze. Naruto finished reading the note and let a few tears fall down his face while he clutched the note in his hand. The council room was unnaturally silent while people tried to judge Naruto's reaction. Naruto gave a soft smile and chuckled slightly. Are you okay, Naruto-kun? Kyuubi asked, feeling very worried for the blonde that she cared so much about. Naruto smiled and lowered his head a little more before answering. I'm fine, Kyuubi-chan, just a little shaken up, Naruto softly said before returning to everyone's attention. Naruto smiled and looked at Sarutobi. Thank you, Gigi. I would love to take over the Uzumaki clan and the Namikaze family. I know it will be hard, but I know I can do it. Just one question, Naruto said, bringing everyone's attention to him. What is it, Naruto-kun? Sarutobi asked, with everyone wanting to know his question. If the Sharingan is so important, then why don't you enact the CRA on the team or give him a clan seat? Naruto asked, wondering if he would regret that question. Everyone widened their eyes as most were simply tending to the Uchiha, but never thought of that as some turned to Sarutobi. That is a good question, Naruto-kun. One that I don't have an answer to, unfortunately, Sarutobi said, which caused Naruto to shrug his shoulders at the response. So if that's it, then why did Haku and Kiba have to be here? Naruto asked, which brought Sarutobi back to some other matters. Haku and Kiba turned their gazes to their Hokage while everyone went back to their matters. Right, well, it seems during the invasion some Anbu claimed to have seen two Biju fighting each other. I know that one of Suna's genin is a Jinchuriki, but did your seal weaken any? Sarutobi asked, while some of the council got worried. Naruto mentally cursed as he wasn't prepared for that question. Naruto knew if he told them about Kyuubi being free, dojutsu or not, Namake's and Uzumaki family or not, he would be done for. I admit I was fighting Gaara's full Biju form of the Shikaku, but I don't remember the giant fox the Anbu probably saw was one of my fox summons. I have the fox contract and there are some foxes that are as big as Kyuubi, but they're nowhere near as strong. Maybe that's what they saw, Naruto said, while some of the clan seemed to relax. Some mentally chuckled at that, but didn't say anything, as such a secret would surely cause mass hysteria in the village. Haku-san, Kiba-san, can you confirm Naruto's statement? Sarutobi asked the two recently promoted Chunin. Haku and Kiba nodded in agreement with Naruto, since they knew how much of a touchy subject Kyuubi was for everyone. Sarutobi and the council nodded, not deciding to push the issue any further. Alright, Naruto-kun, I have just one more piece of information for you and your squad, Sarutobi said to them. Naruto, Haku and Kiba raised their eyebrows while being tossed a book. Kiba and Haku looked over Naruto's shoulder while they all gasped. You can't be serious, Naruto said, which made Sarutobi nod his head. Naruto, Haku and Kiba were looking at the bingo book and all their names were in it, which was incredible. Name, Naruto Uzumaki. Birth, October 10th. Height, 5 feet. Weight, 96 pounds. Occupation, Tokubetsu Jonin of Kanahagakure. Information, known for possessing above-average skills with Keton, Futon, and Raiten Jutsu. Defeated the Ichibi no Shikaku. Container of the Kyuubi no Kitsune. Known for defeating A-rank missing Nin, Raimen Hichatsu, more formally known as the Storm of Kyumo. Skills, Ninjutsu, High, Taijutsu, High, Genjutsu, Medium, Kenjutsu, High. Naruto Uzumaki is somehow able to utilize bloodlines and dojutsu from different clans in battle. Has a dog for a companion that he uses in battle. Is more powerful when teamed up with Kiba in Izuka. Bounty, 30 million yen for capture and brought to IWA. Status, B rank. Approach with caution. Approach with extreme caution when Kiba in Izuka is with him. Name, Haku Momochi. Birth, January 9th. Height, 5.2 feet. Weight, 95 pounds. Occupation, Chunin of Kanahagakure. Information, possesses a Kekai Genkai for ice release from the Yuki clan. Used to be the companion of Kirigakure missing Nin Zabuza Momochi. Skills, Ninjutsu, High, Taijutsu, Medium, Genjutsu, Low, Kenjutsu, Medium. Is able to use the guillotine sword of Zabuza in battle with Kekai Genkai. Bounty, 15 million yen for capture and brought to Kumo. Status, B rank. Approach with numbers. Name, Kiba in Izuka. Birth, July 7th. Height, 5 feet. Weight, 98 pounds. Occupation, Chunin of Kanahagakure. Information, heir to the Inazuka clan. Uses a dog in combat. Sometimes brash, but an overall troublesome opponent. Skills, Ninjutsu, Medium, Taijutsu, High, Genjutsu, Low, Kenjutsu, none. Is able to time his attacks to deal the most damage to his opponents. Is more powerful when teamed up with Naruto Uzumaki. Bounty, 10 million yen for capture and brought Oto. Status, B rank. Approach with slight caution. Approach with extreme caution, when Naruto Uzumaki is with him. All three looked at their names and turned back to the council members with looks of surprise on their faces. This is a joke, right? Kiba asked, which caused some of them to shake their heads. Kiba, Haku and Naruto sighed at the troublesome news while their attention was brought back to the Hokage. It seems some of you exploits were noticed during the Chunin exams. People are going to be coming after you, so be careful and more alert from now on, Sarutobi told them. All three nodded as Sarutobi clapped his hands. Alright, if that's the end of this meeting. Wait, Gigi, one last question, Naruto said, bringing everyone back to him. Sarutobi sat back in his seat and gave Naruto his best smile. Yes, Naruto-kun? Naruto smiled as he sensed that everyone wanted to go, but wanted this last question answered. Is it possible for two clan heads to combine their clans into one major clan? Naruto asked. Everyone raised an eyebrow at his question, with some wanting to know the answer to that question. While it's not common, it is allowed between clan heads if they want. Why do you ask? Sarutobi asked as he noticed a gleam in Naruto's eye which made him slightly shudder. Oh, nothing, Gigi. Just natural curiosity, Naruto said to them. Everyone gave him a confused grin, but shrugged their shoulders while Sarutobi stood to his feet. If that's all from everyone, then I hereby declare this meeting adjourned, Sarutobi said as everyone filed out. Naruto, Haku and Kiba met up with Tsum as all four walked back to the Inuzuka compound. Never thought I'd be in the bingo book so early, Kiba said while Tsum patted his back. That's my Kiba. Don't lose, pup. I don't take kindly to losers, Tsum said, but stiffened when she felt a finger trace her back. Tsum turned to see Naruto with a smile on his face. Don't be like that, Tsum-chan. You know me, Kiba and Haku won't lose to anyone, Naruto said while Tsum blushed. Tsum then chuckled and kissed Naruto's cheek out in public, which got a few murmurs from the people who saw. Naruto blushed before looking back at Tsum. I didn't know you were so bold, Tsum-chan, Naruto told her. Tsum smirked as they continued to walk. There's lots of things you don't know about me, Naruto-kun, Tsum said to him. Naruto raised an eyebrow, but grinned and whispered in her ear. I look forward to learning a lot more about my alpha female, Naruto said, effectively causing Tsum to blush a near deep shade of red. So Naruto-kun, when are you going to your compound? Haku asked him. Naruto smirked and turned to the direction of his apartment. Right now, as soon as I pack my things. You should pack also, Haku-chan, you're going to be living with me. I don't mind adding you to my clan. We aren't lovers yet and I know Tsum-chan would want to test you in some way, but I think I can do this much, Naruto told her. Haku blushed slightly, but nodded as she and Naruto walked off to the apartment, however Tsum stopped him and brought him back to her gaze. Before you go and before this whole having a 10-woman harem thing started, who was the last of the four you wanted? Tsum asked, which made Naruto blush. Naruto unzipped his jacket slightly as Kasumi popped her head out from the jacket. Naruto pointed to Kasumi, which made Kiba and Tsum gasp. You picked Kasumi? You're into that stuff? Kiba asked, finding the situation quite funny. Naruto simply shrugged his shoulders and gave Kasumi a small kiss on the head, which she returned with a lick on his cheek. Sorry, but I love Kasumi-chan also. I can't be without her, Tsum-chan, Naruto told her. Tsum looked at Kasumi, who seemed to be whimpering, and suddenly smiled. Kasumi showed you her human form, didn't she? Tsum asked, causing Naruto to gasp that she knew. Tsum rolled her eyes and waved his confusion off with her hand. Please, Naruto-kun, you're not the first to be attracted to their companion. Some of the more earlier members loved their companions that way too. It was really looked down upon by most, so they either kept it secret or didn't do anything. Don't feel bad about it too much, Tsum said to him. Naruto chuckled while Kasumi gave a small yip of happiness. I never knew that. Why is our clan so weird? Kiba asked while Tsum patted his back. I want you to see one of our female dogs use the man-beast clone jutsu and see their human form. You won't think it's so weird then pup, Tsum said, which made Kiba blush. Tsum and Kiba walked back to the Inazuka compound while Naruto and Haku walked back to their apartment to pack their things. Naruto-sama, do you think I could talk to Kyubi-sama for a few minutes? Kasumi asked him. Naruto turned to and nodded with a smile and spoke to Kyubi. Kasumi closed her eyes and was suddenly brought to the mindscape. Kasumi changed to her half-human form and walked around to find Kyubi. Kasumi saw Kyubi sitting on a tree and sat next to her. Naruto-kun said you wanted to talk to me? Kyubi said. Kasumi nodded with a small blush across her face. Kasumi looked up at Kyubi's form for a second and looked back down. Kyubi-sama, do you think I could ask for a favor? Kasumi asked her. Kyubi raised an eyebrow, but nodded. Depends on what you want, but sure. What's your favor? Kyubi asked her. Kasumi's blush deepened, but for Naruto she felt that she should go along with it. Kyubi-sama, I want to be able to have kids with Naruto-sama.